Alrighty, everybody. Well, welcome. Glad you're here. Welcome to our very first episode of Rime of the Frostmaiden. Yeah. So, I think I get everyone's backstory. I think I got everyone. Ben, did you send me yours?
I did. I'm
Did.
pretty sure I did.
Oh, whoopsie. Maybe did you email it to me or did you send it where did you send it to me?
Oh yeah, it would have been an email.
Oh, maybe I just missed it. Okay. Well, I apologize. I did not see that. Let me just make sure I got it.
Yeah, I mean, I can send it again.
Um, is your name Ben on email?
uh,
Oh, Ben. Oh, yeah, yep. No, I just totally missed it. I have it right here. Arid Mythidris. Okay, well, I am so sorry. I will have to read that a little later. I just totally missed that. Cool. Well, thank you everyone for sending your backstories. From the looks of Ben's and through reading all the rest of yours, had some pretty extensive backstories, and I'm kind of excited. Got a lot of ideas so far. So yeah, why don't we get started? Is everyone on the Roll20? Everyone is on Roll20. Look at us. We are ready to rock. Okay. Let's see. Where do we begin? Oh, I know where we begin. Oh, you know what? When I play D&D, I just can't do Lord of the Rings. It's just, nope. Just doesn't work. Okay. So let's see here. So we're starting off chapter 1. This is called the 10 Towns. And here is where we are going to get started. Basically, your adventurers have gotten a letter. Maybe we should read that letter. That's a good idea. Have gotten a letter from Duvessa. I forget her last name. Duvessa something from Icewind Dale, the 10 Towns. Oops, that's not it. Artificer. Okay, well. Call to Adventure. There it is. Okay. All right. So here is the letter, or maybe it's not a letter. Maybe it's a posting that you've seen somewhere to fall in alignment with your backstory, which is to why you went here. It says, to our promisers, the 10 towns, the staple settlements of the frigid Icewind Dale, seeks any assistance offered. Oral's punishment has been harsh this year, and along with the deep freeze, our local militias cannot ensure the roads between our towns, cannot ensure that the roads between our towns are safe. Any and all are welcome and will be treated with respect. We will pay a fair wage and supply you with the necessary equipment to begin. Duvessa Shane of Bryn Shander. So I think we'll just sort of ad-lib this next part. Then at some point, your character somehow was told where to go and what to do. Basically, you have to get up to Bryn Shander, which if you don't know where that is, you might want to pull up the map. It's probably going to be an important map of Icewind Dale. Where is Icewind Dale? Uh-oh, did I not put it in here? Oh, I did.
Shander.
Oh, Chris did.
Right in the middle.
Chris, thanks, Chris. Thanks for doing my job.
Damn, son.
Okay, so
he's a personal assistant.
yeah. So if you look at the map that Chris posted, you will see. Well, okay. So if you see Bryn Shander kind of there in the middle, so there's actually a road that goes south, kind of through where the Icewind Dale logo is. There's a road that kind of goes south. I forget what the road's called. It's just a road. I don't know.
Caravan route.
Yeah, there's a road that goes south, and it's called the 10 Trail, and it basically intersects with Bryn Shander right just to the south of it. So there's a road going south of Bryn Shander, and then there's a road going east, and there's a road roughly, kind of going northwest. Anyways, so Yeah. So why don't we just say yeah. Okay. Why don't we just say that you were told in this letter or what other intelligence that you have to meet at the where are we meeting? Whatever the tavern is. There's a tavern. Okay. I'm feeling really prepared here. Okay.
Disappeared. Oh my god.
Okay. All right. So you okay. So yes, you are to meet at the house of Morning Lord. Morning Lord. In fact, let me post a map of the city of Bryn Shander in the Discord so you can see all the fun little places you can go to in the city. Okay. What is going on? Okay, there we go. Oops, I just closed it. Okay, so this is the town of Bryn Shander, and let me describe to you what it looks like.
Ooh.
Wow.
So basically,
Big
it
city.
has yes,
Yeah.
it is a very large city. So it has this massive wall, this like wooden, 30-foot high wall of just wooden spikes essentially around this entire encampment. And it's a very, very large town for this place. One of the largest towns. I thought they gave a description. So as you're walking north in Icewind Dale, maybe let's back up. Sorry, I realize I'm supposed to read you something. So as each of your characters are sort of journeying up north and whatnot, here's what you experience. We'll say, Icewind Dale has become trapped in a perpetual winter. Ferocious blizzards make the mountain pass through the spine of the world exceedingly treacherous, and this land has not felt the warmth of the sun in over 2 years. In fact, the sun no longer appears above the mountains, not even in what should be the height of summer. In this frozen tundra, darkness and bitter cold reign as king and queen. Most Dale residents blame Auril the Frostmaiden, the god of winter's wrath. The shimmering aurora that weaves across the sky each night is said to be her doing, a potent spell that keeps the sun at bay. Dale folk live in a scattering of settlements known as the 10 Towns. The drop-off in caravans coming from the south and travel between settlements is in this never-ending winter has left everyone feeling isolated. Although each town has resolved to appease the Frostmaiden with sacrifices of one kind or another, no respite from winter's fury seems forthcoming. For adventurers such as yourselves, the 10 Towns is a place to test one's mettle, and in the spirit of heroes who have come before, leave one's mark on its frigid, blighted land. So, as each of you walk individually towards this town of Bryn Shander, basically, you come to a place where you can just see this large sort of portcullis that is blocking the entrance to the city, basically keeping it safe. And the guardsman yells down to each of you, "Hey, who's there?" Blah, blah, blah. And then you say on some level of some kind that you're here to, you're responding to this job, and that you're to meet someone in this this tavern. I keep forgetting the name of this tavern. God damn it. I forget. I don't know. There's a tavern. And then they let you in. And as you walk into the town, one thing that you notice is that there are lots of different kinds of people. You see little kobolds walking around, these little like red and blue lizard folks. You can see these feline people walking around. You see humans. You see a lot of dwarves. You see a couple Goliaths, these towering 8-foot tall humanoid people with a sort of northern esque look to them, and eventually, we'll just say, I'm just going to do a little railroading here. Eventually, you come upon this tavern, which again is called the House of the Morning Lord. And it's the only tavern here in Bryn Shander, actually, even though this is a pretty big town. It's the only sort of tavern inn and place that you can go to. And as you approach it, you can kind of see some interesting folk sort of hanging about outside of it. There are maybe we could say some seedy folks as you enter this place. Some of them just kind of give you an eye. And here's where I will read you another passage. Oh, actually, I didn't really think about how y'all would meet. Well, let's just say that you all sort of arrive in this tavern, not roughly maybe within an hour of each other. And after a few minutes, you can just sort of tell that the rest of you seem to be looking around, sort of looking for something. And this is what you see. Just another gruesome day in 10 towns, howling wind, bitter cold, foul tempers, and snowdrifts big enough to bury a herd of moose. But today, the local tavern is abuzz with the news of recent killings. Before the murders, the only question on everyone's mind was, will summer ever return to Icewind Dale? Now the question is, will I be the killer's next victim? Nothing breeds fear and paranoia like a murderer with no face. 3 cold-blooded murders have been committed in the past month. A halfling trapper in East Haven, a human shipbuilder in Targos, and 3 days ago, a dwarven glassblower in Bryn Shander. Each victim was found with a dagger of ice through their heart. What's the connection? A drunken lot huddled in the tavern offers no credible ideas, but sitting apart from them is an elderly dwarf with a nasty scar across her nose, who looks like she has something worth knowing. Why do they say that? That's so stupid. Okay. Who looks like she
got fucked up.
She is sort of eyeing you all, and then it becomes apparent after a couple of minutes that you're all sort of eyeing each other, and it gets a little awkward to just continue to look at each other. Okay. And she's this little dwarf. She's an older dwarf. She's an elderly dwarf. She's got these. She has grayish hair, and she's smoking out of a pipe. Yeah, so then basically all of you sort of see this. You're all sort of aware. Maybe in some level, you sort of put 2 and 2 together. What do y'all do?
Well, that's a cool mug. I mean, I guess I'll approach the elderly woman, dwarven woman.
Okay.
And
she says, "Oh, hello there, dear. Have a seat."
Hello there. I'll introduce myself. My name is Silas. I'm new to the city, and I've heard there's some going-ons about in this city or the next, some of the unsavory type. And I was wondering if maybe you might have some knowledge. You look like a seasoned young woman, and I'd like to see if you may know something or two.
Thank you, dear. That's very nice of you. It's very nice of you to say. She says, "Well, of course I have some things to share about that, but don't you find it odd that you're the only one that's approached me, yet the rest of them just looking around rather lost?"
Yeah, that's a very good point. Come over here, and I'll gesture all of them.
Okay.
Let's cut to the chase.
And she greets all of you, and she says, "So be you adventurers that have answered the call?
Aye. Well, at least I am. I can't speak for these flock. I've never seen them before.
And she looks to the rest of you and she says, "Well, don't just stand there. Please introduce yourself to me."
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
And she says, "Oh my gosh, where are my manners? Oh gosh." She says, "My name is Hlin of the Trollbane clan. Just we from the west of the Spine of the World Mountains. I've been in British Handler most of my life, and we've got some really, really weird things going on here, and I won't have it in my neighborhood. Oh no, oh no. So that be who I am. Who might you be, dear?" And she looks to you. Sorry, I don't know your name. Dwarf.
Snorri.
Mhm.
Hi, I am Snorri.
Oh, Snorri, nice to meet you there.
You said you're of what clan?
Oh, of the Trollbane clan. Yes, the Trollbane clan. We, like I said, we live just to the west of the Spine of the World Mountains. We're a coastal dwarven race. Mm-hmm. You may not have heard of us. We're kind of a smaller clan. What clan might you be from there, dear?
I'm a... Getting a voice is tough.
So Chris, just sort of like, so everyone, so for the first few sessions, you're going to have to find your character's voice. You might not like find it right away, and like your accent might change, and it's totally okay. Like just have fun. Like
Just dipping into Scottish feels
Yeah.
weird as a dwarf.
You know,
Hey.
do whatever you want. Just, play
I
around
feel
with
like
it.
using I though.
Sure.
That always works.
Okay.
Plus, I'm just trying to think what to say.
Just let it flow. Just let it flow.
I've never heard of that clan. They never came back to the Mithril Hall that I know of.
She says, "Oh, you're from the Mithril Hall, are you? Well, why, my. I've always wanted to go there. I've heard such wonderful things there, dear. What brought you out here? I suppose.
I had come out to help with the dwarves, but
Oh,
hearing of a killing of a dwarf, I need to really
oh,
step in and help with that.
You came out to help other dwarves. What other dwarves there, dear?
Just any of them. I know there's other clans that had stayed behind after the hall had fallen.
Right. Oh dear. Well, they've become more or less just a rumor out here, dear. I've heard of them too. Whispers in the wind, they call them. Little more than musings there.
Even if it's just a rumor, I need to confirm it myself.
Well, welcome, dear. Welcome. And then she looks over to your character, Ben. She looks up and she says, "Oh my! And who might be this big tall fella?"
Erid.
Oh, Erid. Erid, nice to meet you.
So you're the one who posted the notes?
Well, that was not me actually. That was our speaker. Her name is Duvessa. She doesn't really, let's say, like to deal with sort of the newer recruits, if you know what I mean, there, dear. And in fact, I don't think I do. It's not really my job either. I just happen to see you in here, and well, by golly, I want to figure out what's been going on in my neighborhood.
So do I.
Oh, really? She's, and then and she says, "Well, I'm sorry, Ben. What was your name again? I should write it down."
Erid.
Arid.
Yeah.
Okay. And she says, "Oh, Arid, nice to meet you there. Please have a seat." And then she looks over to your character, Emily, and she says, "Oh my there, dear. Such a nice little sweet little half elf here. Welcome. What be your name there, sweetie?"
Thank you. My name is Zafira.
Oh, Zafira. Oh my goodness. I don't know why some dwarves do not like the elven race. I personally love the elves. They're so graceful and nice. Please, dear, please have a seat.
Oh, thank you.
She says, "Oh my, you're welcome. You're welcome."
What a ragtag group of folk here. No,
it
it
go ahead.
sounds like we're all in it for. We received similar notes, so what do you know about these murders?
Oh, yes. Well, I believe his name is Cephik Keltro there. I believe he works for a small small traveling merchant company. And I believe the name is called Torgs, Torg, then an S. Owned and operated by a shady dwarf. She's just a nasty, nasty dwarf. And her name is Torga Icevein. For good reason there, dear. She's got ice flowing in her veins. So basically, Cephik, this gentleman, word is he does get around. He's charming there, makes friends real easily. But he's also Torga's bodyguard. So one could assume he's probably pretty good with the blade. Now, okay, I'm not certain he's a killer per se, but it is interesting because he carries a blade made of ice, and well, no one in this town is taking it seriously there. The speakers don't care. The speakers of any town won't talk about this. I don't know why. It's quite weird. It's quite weird. The victims, they come from only 3 towns that sacrifice actual people to the Frostmaiden. Barbaric, don't you say? But they sacrifice them on nights of the new moon. Auspicious. Maybe the victims, well, this is what I think. Maybe the victims found a way to keep their names out of the drawings, because you see, these towns have these weird drawings. Thankfully, Brinshana doesn't have this, but some of the other towns have these drawings that have these drawings that name certain people, and they just accept it, and they believe that their sacrifice will eventually appease this Frostmaiden. But I don't believe that. I don't believe that for one bit. But one thing I do believe is that maybe the victims found a way to get their names out of the drawings. And Cephik found out they were cheating, and he killed them. Maybe, just maybe, he's doing the Frostmaiden's work. I followed Torgs, again, the merchant trading company. For 10 days it moved from town to town. Quite the devious enterprise, if you ask me, there, dear. But that's not my concern. What struck me is how comfortable Cephik Keltro looked in this weather. Not a coat, not a scarf, and not a glove on his body. It was like the cold couldn't touch him. Case of the Frostmaiden, if you ask me there, dear. Now, because I love my neighbourhood, and I want it to be safe, and I want it to be safe for all my grandbabies, I'll pay you 100 gold pieces if you apprehend this Cephik Keltro. Now, I know that it is going out on a limb here, so obviously if you find any other information about who might be doing these killings, then that will also suffice. But should you find him, should you find that he's guilty, and maybe get him to admit to it, preferably, she looks around, without involving the authorities, when the job is done, you can collect your money. Now, what do you say?
I would say that I think it's worth investigating, to say the least. And it's a lead that currently we have none other. So it's a good place to start. Then. And I'm always looking for coin.
Oh, well, lovely. Let me buy you around on me. And she buys you each sort of this frothing, foaming mug full of mead. I don't know if mead foams, but we'll just say it does. and she says, and cheers to finding this pathetic individual.
Cheers.
Cheers. Drink. And as you drink, the tavern doors just kind of fly open. And then in saunters 3 people. One of them, the one in the middle, he's a human male, and he sort of has, sort of like dirty brown hair. It's kind of pulled back, and then parts of it are kind of braided going down to where his chest is, and you can see that he has a large greatsword just sort of sticking out of a sheath, and he's kind of covered in blood. And he has this sort of like squinty-eyed look around, and next to him you can see a female, and she has a hat that kind of covers her eyes, and she looks very she looks very odd, and as you look at her just a little bit more, you can see that she has sort of this like ebony jet black skin, and you can just see like little wisps of white hair sort of coming down from underneath her hat, but you can't see her eyes. And you can see a crossbow over her back. She too has some blood sort of spattered on her. And then next to them, you can also see this small little halfling who appears to be in just sort of normalish clothes, and he has a quarterstaff attached to his back, and he is also sort of smattered with blood. And as they all walk in, sort of everyone just kind of quiets themselves, and this male with this guy with his hair tied back walks in. He says, "Hey, Mom, how are you?" addressing the bartender, and he taps his hand twice, and she hurriedly gets him a beer, and he takes a sip, and as he does so, his eyes sort of catch you all. And he smiles, and him and his companions sort of walk over to you, and he looks really dirty too, by the way. He's got like unshaven, his skin is like dirt all over it, and he says, "Oh my, do we have more sellswords from the south?"
Well, here to investigate, then sell our swords, but might I ask who you are?
He says, and he goes up to you. He goes up to you. I'm sorry, I'm still learning your names. Arid, is that right? Arid. Arid is the Frostmaiden. Or sorry, the
Arid is the Frostmaiden.
I've had no sleep, and I'm sorry. Arid the Goliath. And he says, "Oh. A nice strong man." From
whose blood is that? Before we go any further.
And he says, "Oh, right, questions." And he pulls out behind him. He's holding a head. He's holding a head of what appears to be some sort of white cat. A large white cat, and he throws it on your table, and blood just sort of spatters, and he says, "See here, boys, keeping this town safe." And then he looks over at you, Zephyr, and he says, "My, what do we have here?" And he sort of walks closer to you, and he says, and he begins to kind of like circle your table, and he says, and he leans down, and he says, "A half-elf in these parts. Lovely you are."
I spit at him? Is that okay? Like hock a loogie?
You can do whatever you want.
Well, yeah. Okay. And then spit at his feet, and then I rest my hand on my sword.
Okay. You spit on his. You spit in his face.
Yeah.
And he sort of touches it with his hand, and he says, "I love it when they bite back."
Oh. I just sneer and remain quiet. I don't say anything.
And then he looks over at Eris, and he says, "Good thing you have this nice strong man here to protect you. Be a shame if you were all alone." and he says, "So, boys, we've got some new cucks from the south. Here they come to save the day. When does the day need saving? Because we're here after all. We keep this town safe, and all of the 10 towns safe."
Well, looks like you could use some backup. Clearly, you aren't on top of everything. You hear of some murders in the neighboring towns, and one frequently or recently in the very one we're in. If you were the one to keep this town safe, I would think that we wouldn't be here. There wouldn't be a call for us, but I do trust that you are very capable, as you've shown with your cat slaying. And I wish you the best of luck with all your future endeavors, my good sir.
Chase, why don't you give me an intimidation check? Get to roll 20.
Intimidation. I have no idea. Not very intimidating.
Why am I not seeing it? Is it just taking a second? Is anyone else seeing it in roll 20?
I see it.
I believe so, yeah.
It's a 42 in case you're wondering.
It's a 42 in case.
Yeah.
It just says Chase. Can you just tell me what you rolled? I don't know why I'm
It's
not
a
seeing it.
6.
Weird. Okay, it's a 6.
Not intimidating.
Okay. And he says, I think we'll be the ones that you'll be needing. But I'll tell you what, friends, if that's what I can call you, I'll make you a deal. I'll get you an audience with this Duvessa that I'm sure you'd love to speak to. Get a real right mercenary job like we have. If you do me a favor. What do you say?
Well, I would say that it depends on what that favor is.
You see, Black Iron Blades, the general goods store and weapon shop here in Bryn Shander. The last adventurer crew failed. In fact, they all died. Something out there in the tundra killed them all. They were bringing back a stolen sled full of iron bars and other goods for the store. The owner of the store, Joshua, needs his wares if he's to sell. He tasked us with finding the sled, bringing it back. But we ran into a crag cat on the way, and we got to rest up. Now, he did promise that whoever brings the sled back, a 10% off discount in their store, which could be helpful, especially for a new little lot of silly people like you. You might need it, after all. But we got to rest, and honestly, we don't really care. So, if you like, I'm willing to extend my hand to help you out. Because you're going to need it here, mates. Because you want to know why? Because this is fucking hell. And you're not going to get anywhere by yourselves. In fact, you're going to die if you don't. So, bring the sled back here, and I'll get you an audience with the Duvessa. Because she ain't going to care about you or anything you are until you prove yourself. In fact, he slams his mug down and he says, no one will. And then he laughs, and you can see like the darker skinned woman. She raises up her hat, and you can see she's a dark elf, and she sort of glares at you with this really intensity. And they walk away, and then the halfling comes up to you and he says, "My, please do excuse my compatriot. we don't wish you any ill will. Sometimes he just gets a little cocky, you could say. But pleased to meet you. Should you find the sled, please come and talk to us. We would love to help you.
Well, if we're to start looking for this sled, is there a direction that you could point us?
He says, oh, well, of course. Of course. You'll want to go, basically, let me look at the map. It's between here and Kelvin's Cairn, which, if you're not familiar with it, is that large mountain you've seen approaching. Somewhere out in the tundra, you're going to have to just find it. No one knows where the sled went. Maybe something took it or something destroyed it. We're not really sure. But should you find it, oh, hold on. Should you find it, not only will the Black Iron Blades give you a 10% discount, but they probably also give you a sizable amount of gold for returning their wares.
That's a good incentive, I say.
Yes.
When did this sleigh go missing, and when did the other party go missing?
And then the other sort of intense guy kind of overhears you, and he interrupts the halfling, and he says, "Oh, went missing this morning."
Oh, so fresh.
Fresh.
So a party just left.
Party just left, yes.
Already dead.
If something took the sled, that means it's on its way. And he looks down at you, down at some of your gear, and he says, "You're probably going to need snowshoes if you're to catch it. Or something. Because walking in this snow take quite a while."
Well, I appreciate the good tip, sir. And I
Okay.
wish you the merriest of cheers to your drink.
Okay. And then he bows and he says, "Can't wait for you to spit in my face again, milady." And he walks away. And then
That's an unsavory lot here.
and then the dwarf says, "Oh, don't mind him, dear. That's Icarus Vane. God, he's so full of himself. We're all so sick of him here. And the truth is, though, we need him. He's quite the capable defender of this place. He's sort of a necessary nuisance, if you know what I mean. We just all ignore him, to be honest. But don't cross him. Don't cross him. It wouldn't be the first time he's killed someone, well, at least supposedly, for crossing him. He's got quite a temper, that one.
You could say that again. He's rather arrogant, but I do appreciate a good tip. Now, back to the reason we originally called here.
Right, dear.
When did these murders happen?
Well, you know, dear, it's not just the murders. It's more so, it's quite unsavory to travel between the towns. There's all sorts of manner of beasts and folk that will attack, potentially. No one's leaving the towns. No one's leaving their town, really, unless we need to. We cannot get the supplies we need to sell. And dear, it has been quite a damper on the local economy, even for this Bryn Shander, this big town.
So you're saying
the murders
roads aren't safe.
The roads are not safe there, dear, no. But I'm afraid you might need to travel around if you're to find what is going on, because, well, just not 2 days ago, that's when what was his name? I forgot his name.
It's okay, you're old.
I forgot his name. That dwarven glassblower, and he was murdered in his home. But the Duvessa won't even acknowledge it. It's very strange there, dear. I don't know.
Has his body been moved, or is the scene still been kept intact?
Well, dear, to be honest, I think his family just buried him yesterday. They're quite sad there, dear. But what I have done is I have asked around the locals, and they did see this Sephic character in the town not 2 days ago when this glassblower died. He left the town. Where did he head? Oh, let me jog my memory here. I think he went to the east, but I really don't know. um, there's rumors that he went to the east, that people saw him going to the east. Some said he went to the south, some said he went to the west. I suppose no one knows. But we saw him with his ice blade. So, dear, I think if you can just find him and question him, that will answer a lot of our questions.
And this is the character who walks around without any gloves and an ice and blade?
Correct. He looks like an imbecile. Like a right imbecile.
Well, maybe he's doing something right. We're all bundled up like a bunch of goons.
Oh, and that reminds me, dear. If you're not from the 10 towns, when you're traveling between the towns, it gets a wee bit chilly. So you might want to stop at the Black Iron Blades and pick up some cold weather clothing. It will help, because it is quite nipply out there on the old knickers. And you'll want some warmth. Okay there, dears?
Thank you.
So, out of character, what's like the temperature? Is it below freezing outside?
So right now, let me pick up my guide to Icerdale. So right now it's about -3 degrees.
Okay.
So it's a little chilly. It's a little chilly. Traveling here, thankfully, went a little faster for you all. Because the road was, it was kind of warmer on the southern, side of
Especially
things.
cloud.
Sure. However, all the roads, around you are not necessarily that way.
Okay.
And yeah, so it's about -3 degrees or so. So it's not. So when you ask Hlin, she says, "Oh, it's not even that cold out here, there, dear. It gets much, much, much colder than that, especially during the nighttime." And what's funny is it does look like nighttime right now. And she says, "Oh, just between the wee hours of 10 a.m. and 2 p.m., that is when it's our daytime. But even then, it still just looks like it's twilight. You can see just barely a little bit more than you could before. That is the Frostmaiden's curse. Oh, and it's been rough."
You don't say. Well,
So, dears, if you want to go looking for the Sephic character, by all means. If you want to go looking for this sled, which might help you to buy more things in the store, you can do either one. Whatever you want to do.
well, to your point, it sounds like the Suffolk character is probably very adept with the blade. And,
I think he is. It might be easier for you just to go out and find the sled. But whatever you want, dear.
well, I suppose it's open to discussion with my newly acquainted friends here. So maybe we'll discuss it over this fine glass of mead that you so kindly purchased.
Oh, yes.
And maybe do some quick introductions.
Oh, that sounds lovely, dear.
So I look to everyone. I'll start. My name is Silas Ravencrest. I am not from these parts. And the only reason I'm here is on behalf of the college. I am a bard, and I am currently training to become a bard, and was tasked with coming to explore the north and learn long-forgotten tales, because for some reason, nobody's come up here for a long time. And having been here, I understand why. So that's why I'm here. But they didn't give me much funds, and I need to support myself. I'm also cold as shit because it's very cold up here. So I would like a few pieces of coin to maybe insulate myself a little bit more. So I'll open it up to everyone else to say what they think and introduce yourselves.
I completely agree. I think I am Zafira, and I would very much like to join you lot if you choose to go on this adventure. I would like to be there. I don't really want to know that much about you all. I am here to do a job, and that is my focus.
Fair enough. Very straightforward, this one. What about you, Dwarf?
I'm Snorri Brugman. Perhaps you've heard of my family? No? Okay.
I don't often deal with dwarves. I
Brugman
apologize.
clan. Oh yes, I knew a Misty Brugman. I don't know if she's from your clan, but I knew her some years back. I believe she went missing. So they say. Anyways, continue.
But,
Dun, dun, dun! Screw this. We gotta find Misty.
but I am here as part of the clerics of Moradin to help any of the dwarves still in the area. And as it seems, there's not many left. But if there are, I should find them at least. And yes, this seems to be an interesting lot. Beardless, tree woman, giant.
Yeah, this giant intrigues me. I've never seen one of your stature, nor complexion. Are you alive, dead, or just freezing cold? I really don't know what's going on.
Well, my clan's from around the area. Methedras is my last clan's name, and we tend to roam around the 10 towns, providing protection when needed. And it looks like you few need some warmer clothing, as this climate doesn't really suit your kind. So
You can say that again. I'm very keen on that.
Ooh, that reminds me. Eris, do you know anything about the rival Goliath clans? Have you heard anything about that?
Plot twist.
rival clans?
Yes, dear. Have you heard of that? It sounds like you haven't. But apparently two of the clans are at war with each other. I don't know why. But it's some sort of secret war. Maybe you've never heard of it. We know it here in the Dale and the 10 Towns, but maybe they've been keeping it a secret from you. That's weird.
My family tends to be isolated, so we don't hear too much about the other clans.
Oh dear.
Isolated,
Well,
you made it.
just be
It's a joke.
mindful of other Goliaths. They might be suspicious of you. All right?
Well, now that we're all acquainted, it's nice to meet you all. And I'm intrigued to see what everybody thinks. What would everyone like to do? I mean, if I can cast a vote quick, personally, I would like to start with the Black Irons and maybe pick up a pair of snowshoes that sound interesting. Never heard of them. I don't know. And also maybe another layer of clothing.
I agree with Silas.
I'd like to get the damn cat head off the table.
Yeah, that is it's rather rude. I don't know what to do with this. I've never had a cat head tossed on my table before. Do we just did somebody bust the tables, or are we do we I'm just gonna
Does anybody in town give bounties for such creatures?
Funny.
I mean,
I'm back at the table.
do you wanna ask around? Do you wanna see if you can hear some things?
Perception.
Eris? Let's see. How do we do this? Okay. Yeah. Here, I'll just roll. Oh.
Considering Mr. Animal Control came in and made a big deal of this, hopefully it's worth something.
You don't necessarily hear of any other bounties per se. But you do hear this human female. She's sort of gossiping with her other friend, and she says, "In Tourmaline, I've heard that Speaker Matthew. I've heard that Speaker Matthew has closed one of the town's lucrative mining gems. What a strange thing. Why would they close that? Apparently a gang of kobolds crept into the mine and endangered some miners. Supposedly what they're saying is the town of Tourmaline is looking for someone to clear out the mine. But I don't know if they'll find them. Maybe these new people can do something about it. I don't know. Ha ha ha. So, what'd you do yesterday? Okay. So that's what you hear.
I want to hear about what she did yesterday.
I want to hear about what she did yesterday. She had a bath. Really relaxing.
Ooh, that's like a once in like 6 month thing here, I'm sure.
Yeah, it was really relaxing.
So sorry, just to clarify,
Yeah.
that was Precious Gem Mine in Tourmaline?
Yeah, so I don't know if someone wants to be the quest logger and start like a Google Doc or something, because you've got a lot of quests for you right now. You can just ask me, and but if you want like a place where y'all can see them, someone can go ahead and do that. Yeah, so you basically just got 3 quests right now, so you can kind of just do whatever you want.
So Tourmaline is one of my favorite stones actually in real life.
Yes.
Yes.
Or it might be Tourmaline actually. I think it's Tourmaline. Tourmaline. Yeah, it's Tourmaline. Yeah.
I'm excited. Where's that on the map?
Like northwest of Bryn Shander.
Okay. And when he pointed to or talked about the mountain, where's the mountain located?
So the mountain is Kelvin's Cairn. So if you're looking at the map, the mountain is Kelvin's Cairn. So it's in between Bryn Shander and Kelvin's Cairn.
Okay.
It's in between that wildness.
Oh, so actually, if we went on the way, we could intercept Tourmaline. It wouldn't be crazy out of the way.
Yeah.
For us if we were.
Yeah, I mean, you can't take the road though, because it's not on the road.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
You have to go into the wilderness or into the, into the wild.
Into the wilderness.
Yeah, and I'll just backtrack and also say that Icarus also just sort of gave you the coordinates of where they found some of the bodies, or they're like, hey, it's around here, and we'll just maybe say the Goliath is like, I know where that is, or just somewhere to go, so you kind of know where to go, so you're not just lollygagging in the dark.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I guess I didn't overhear the gem conversation.
Okay.
But I'll also listen.
I'll also listen.
I'm gonna listen around the burr to see if there's anything going in.
You hear about, or actually, why don't you make a perception check for me?
Oh,
you've probably done that. Yeah.
Perception. 15.
Okay. You hear.
Baby.
You hear. You hear a dwarf, a male dwarf, just sort of talking about. Oh, okay. So, I'm sorry. This inn is called the North Look, if that matters. Oh, okay. So, we got to do a couple things. Okay, so, gotcha. Okay, so around, you can hear that the House of Morning Lord, which I originally thought was a tavern, which is actually a shrine of Amonitor, which is the god of sun in this, Monitor. You hear this dwarf say, "Oh, and excuse me. Oh, an old copper knobberknocker. He's such a wily one. Lives upstairs in the attic."
Copper
knobberknocker. Copper knobberknocker. Copper
way
knobberknocker.
back. He's actually the reason I'm here.
Copper knobberknocker. And he says, and then he says, "I saw him smile yesterday," and he laughs at the other dwarf. And that's all you hear.
Well, I'm not quite concerned with attic-dwelling knobberknockers. Well, it sounds like we've got a couple of options. What say ye, new party? Sounds like Iron Blades to start. Maybe get a little more information on their missing shipment.
Yeah, that sounds like the good idea to do. We might need some clothing depending on how far away that sled is.
Aye, and we need these fabled snowshoes, which I have never heard about or can possibly conceive in my brain. So maybe we stop there. I look to the dwarven lady and I say, we extend our sincerest gratitude for your incredible help in aiding us. One last request.
Ooh, what is
Where
it?
might we find black iron blades?
Ooh, you just go a little bit to the north, and it's just right next to a big pink building. You can't miss it there, dear. No.
Sounds like we can't. I didn't realize they had color up here. All right. Well, thank you again. And next
Ooh,
time,
it was lovely.
rounds on me.
Ooh,
Appreciate it.
thank you, dear. I'll be seeing you soon, and remember, don't do anything that is stupid. Ha 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 ha.
I
And she
concur.
like oddly laughs at herself and like ha 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 ha.
Ha ha ha! I fake laugh hard.
Okay. All righty, dear. Good day to you.
Cheers,
Okay.
lady.
So since so I do something a little different with something called inspiration. So I don't just award inspiration. Like you got to work for that. So so you just had a beer, or a drink or something. So because everyone had a drink, I do something in my campaigns called an R&R check, which is just basically like a rest and relaxation check. And if you're really well rested and you drink a lot or you buy some really good food to eat, then you'll get a bonus in your R&R check.
Cool.
So so go ahead and if y'all can give me just a constitution check. I don't know if anyone knows how to do that on Roll20 yet. Not a constitution save, just a constitution check.
Oh, how do I do a check?
I think you just click on the ability score. Why can I not see anyone's rolls? This is super weird.
Oh yeah, you have to click on the actual word Constitution.
I don't know why I can't see anyone's rolls. This is really bizarre. Okay. I can see that people are rolling, but I can't see their rolls. Oh, enable 3D dice. Maybe that's what I have to do.
No, I think it's
Enable.
I've never had this problem on Roll20 like ever.
Weird.
Is there a setting on the background that you have set? That's weird.
Because you guys can see it, right?
Yeah, we can see each other's.
Each other's rolls. Yeah.
Well, for now you might just have to tell me until I figure it out. That might be like a Google thing. I don't know why that's happening. So if you can just tell me what you got, unfortunately. Or I could just say anyone that got above a 10, please be honest. So if you got
everybody got above a 10.
So you all get inspiration. Yeah, you're all inspired. Yeah.
Yes! And there's a spot on your character sheet where you can put inspiration. The very top above proficiency.
So another thing which I probably should have explained in session 0 is I also use an action economy with inspiration. So you can use it for what you can normally use inspiration for, which is to re-roll a dice. In my campaigns, I allow people to re-roll versus just rolling 2 dice, just giving you advantage. So you can just re-roll if you get a bad roll, but you can also apply it towards like reading books and learning other skills. So it's just like but you can only ever have one inspiration. So it's like a tricky thing that you've got to like, and every rest, as long as you find something to use your inspiration on, which you usually have to purchase, then you can apply that to as a part of your downtime action. So so just so you know that that's the thing.
To clarify, do you allow one DM inspiration and then also bardic inspiration?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Absolutely. Yeah, bardic inspiration is totally different. So
yeah, and it also is like it extinguishes pretty quickly.
Yes, so bardic inspiration is totally separate. This is just the normal inspiration.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Okay,
Thank
so
you for
everyone,
explaining that. I really like that mechanic. That's really cool.
yeah, it just makes inspiration more useful. So if you want to, reroll your dice, it's like, oh, but then I won't like be, as far along in my book. Ugh. you know.
Mhm.
So
Gotta
yeah,
finish this book, guys.
yeah. Okay. So all right. So y'all are off to Black Iron Blades. Is that correct?
Hey,
Okay.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna post something in La Discord.
le dijo. You wanna pull it up? You first.
Okay. So you walk in. First of all, well, as you're walking in, you can see that outside of the shop there are a lot of dogs. A lot of dogs just hanging out. They're on leashes and they wag their tails as you walk by. And as you walk in, you can see there's this male half elf. He's got blonde hair, and he has a few different weapons about him. And then across the way from him, you can see a female half elf again with blonde hair. Appears to have all manners of sorts of like general items. But then you can also see a female dwarf with reddish hair, and she's got these large sleds with harnesses and whatnot. So with that, I'm going to share all these shops with you, okay? On the Discord. Okay, let me know if you can. Oh, can you not get in there? I might need to give you guys permission. Let me know if you guys can't get in there.
What are we doing?
Google Doc.
Can you get in there?
I do not have access to Google Doc.
Yeah,
Okay, so hold on. Just I'm gonna send a new link. I just didn't do something. Okay, so here, this one will work. Now, try this one. This one should just work. And let me know if it doesn't. Yeah,
Ooh,
okay,
yeah.
people are in there.
perfect.
Awesome.
Yeah, so go ahead and have a look. While you have a look, I'm gonna run to the bathroom.
That bow is sick.
I was looking at this hammer, Scourge Gavel.
Use a hammer to kill a god. It just functions as a normal hammer. However, wait, what? A successful hit spell Bane. Oh. Dude. No shoot. That's good.
Oh, and if you hadn't noticed, there are some links that you can click on if you want to click on anything. Like anything that's blue, you can click on basically. To see what it does.
Ooh, I love me some blubber insulation.
And as you enter, the male half-elf addresses you all, and he says, "Oh, hello there, and welcome, new travelers. Please let us know if you would like to see anything."
Indeed. Well, we may be venturing out into the cold.
And he says, "Ooh, the cold, brr."
I know, it seems to be everywhere here, but I think we might need some better equipment to allow us to better traverse.
Oh, well then you've come to the right place. We are the premier store here in Bryn Shander. I actually love our wares. I think we have some of the best quality items that the 10 Towns has ever seen. In fact, I use our items quite commonly. In fact, every day. In fact, this morning when I was waking up and I was bathing myself, I used our oil flask to slick back my hair.
It's very elegant, I dare say.
And he says, "Thank you, dear friend. My name is Joshua."
Well, my name is
Or,
Silas. It's very
excuse
nice to
me,
make
my
your
name is
acquaintance.
not Joshua. My name is Beeman. Beeman Joshua.
Hi, I'm Bob.
I am Bob. I'm Beeman. Hello there.
Well, it's very nice to make your acquaintance, sir. Me and my friends, my new acquaintances rather, are looking at purchasing some snowshoes to start.
Well, would you like the cheaper variety or the hardened variety? I personally recommend the hardened variety. In fact, yesterday when I was walking across the frozen wastes to go to East Haven, I used these snowshoes, and my whole day was just so much better, if you know what I mean.
Insight check. Do I know what he means? Legitimately, I'm making an insight check.
Sure, can you
I
tell
got
me
a
what you're
15.
15? He just seems a little self-centered. That's all.
Okay, that's just fine.
And he apparently
Okay.
just really likes to talk about himself. And like always bring the conversation sort of back to him in some way.
All right.
Other than that, you don't really notice much.
Okay. So I turned to my new acquaintances and in quieter tone. Well, I don't know about you. I haven't myself a ton of coin. Do we want to start with pursuing the sled, or would we prefer to investigate these murders? Or maybe I could talk to the individual and maybe get the equipment as a down payment for us to better increase our chances of acquiring his sled. What do you all think?
Sorry, I just got back. I don't think you will last very long in the wilderness without it. So,
Yeah, I agree. Unfortunately, I can only afford so much at this point. The Bard College definitely didn't give me much funds, unfortunately.
There's also that mine we have to deal with.
Yes. I mean, we need this equipment either way if we're going to do any of the jobs here, but I'm concerned with the prices that we may not be able to afford. We want to pursue the sled first. I think that
do we know exactly how far the sled is? Like how many
Oh.
days or?
That's a great question. It's how far is the sled?
well, it has to be within a couple of hours travel, considering
Yeah,
they were there this morning.
roughly, yeah, roughly,
Okay.
ish. A few hours travel. Yeah.
Well,
All right.
if you're willing to brave the cold,
The cheap snowshoes last that long.
Oh, they break if you're prone. Huh. Okay. I get the difference.
Hmm.
Huh.
Hmm.
So, question for you, Goober Spiels.
Yes.
The chart you have has cold weather clothing, and it says 10 gold pieces, and then there's cold weather clothing, the
Oh,
written
did it?
text,
Oh,
and it's
whoopsie.
15.
Whoopsie. So let me just delete there. Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. So it's 10 gold.
Okay.
Yeah, I just
Cool.
forgot to delete that.
Well, I mean, I think this could be an easy way to get us in good graces with this shop, and a good little healthy dosage of coin to get us started, personally. So personally, I'm on board with going to pursue the sled. So maybe I can talk to the owner about giving us some equipment on loan should we return, or giving us a discount in the idea of pursuing the sled for our lives potentially.
If you'd like
It's
to
our
try.
best bet.
All right. Okay, what was the person's name again?
Beeman
Beeman. Beeman.
says, yes, my new friend.
So, we hear you're in a bit of a predicament.
He says, well, you've heard rightly. In fact, that's why I had to go to East Haven, because I had to get more wares to sell. Because I can't live on nothing, of course.
Well, of course, no one can. And I heard you have a sled that has gone missing.
Indeed. It was just a trifle. There was another group of adventurers. I forget who. Right now, it just seems like they just come and go regularly. I hired them to go and find it, and they never came back. And supposedly, when Icarus and his crew went out to find them, they were all dead, mysteriously. But anyways, I would love to get my sled back because it's filled with stuff that I can sell. And as you can see, my stocks aren't very high right now. And how am I to go and eat at the tavern every night? What am I
That's a
to
very
make? Am I to make my own food and hunt or something? I don't think so.
obscene. I
No.
completely agree. Well, lucky for you, we're not just any old adventuring party,
Oh,
and we might be willing to help you out.
really?
Indeed, and I'm sure we are far more competent than the last crew. So, I have a proposal.
Okay. Well, tell me your proposal.
Well, while we are seasoned veterans, all of us, as I'm sure you can tell, some of us are not quite as new or quite as familiar with this area.
Oh,
We lack some of the equipment necessary for us to brave the cold.
fair enough.
So, I was wondering if you would be willing to provide us a discount as part of our commitment to going and helping you reclaim your goods.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, I will.
And let me know what you roll.
Oh, you did perception, honey.
Oh. Persuasion, it's going away. I keep rolling perception. Can you pull it up?
Here, I'll try and re-log into Roll20. Maybe
16.
that'll help. 16?
I got yeah, 16.
Okay. Well, he says, well, I suppose that kind of makes sense because I was going to give whoever brought my sled back a discount anyways. It's just preemptively assisting you to get my sled back. I
Indeed.
suppose. Let me see here. I'll tell you what. For this once, but you must pay me back. Is that all right?
Fair enough. If I hear there's a reward if we return, so you can call it a down payment and you can take it out of
Very
that
well.
reward.
Very well, I'll, tell you what, I'll give each of you 50 gold pieces. You go and find that sled. And today I'll give you a 50% discount. How does that sound?
That sounds
But just for today. And you must pay me back the other 50% though.
fair enough. It comes out of the reward. I think that's a very fair offer. What do you all think?
Yeah,
Okay.
agreed.
Perfect. Well, I think that gives us some good things to work with. So, to clarify, we're each getting 50 gold.
No, when you bring the sled back, you're gaining 50 gold.
Gotcha. So we're getting a 50%
So right now
discount.
you have 50% discount with whatever low amount of gold you have.
Yeah, I mean, I think most of us start with like 15 gold, so
Yeah.
we could buy like snowshoes and then we'd be done. Okay, so it'll be 7, 8 gold for the better snowshoes. I have a feeling we'll probably use those a fair bit. And then
we can round down. You can round down if just round down. So it's be 7 gold.
so everybody could get the better snowshoes for 7, and then like the cold weather clothing would be.
How much gold does everyone have?
I have 15.
How do you know?
Scroll down.
Scroll down.
Yeah, and then it's the little.
Oh yeah. 15. So close.
15, so close.
The 15.
Oh, just kidding. Never mind. I forgot that it's 50% off.
I'm so close.
A
Oh, I have
sale.
exactly.
A sale.
Okay. Yeah, then I'll personally, I would love a pair of your more sturdy snowshoes, as you so intelligently recommended, and then I'll take a pair of, well, not a pair, a suit of your cold weather clothing, please.
Oh, lovely. Perfect. Perfect. Sounds lovely. Cool. So that would be
Well,
12 gold. Okay. Sounds good. Who
super
else wants to purchase?
And I will purchase the same.
Okay. So 12 gold.
As will I.
Oh wow. All right. All right. Goliath, what are you gonna do?
I mean, I don't know that I need them.
Do you get a benefit in cold weather? Like, do you get some kind of racial benefit or something?
I thought there was
Yeah, you
something
did.
along those lines.
Yeah, he can like withstand really cold temperatures and like altitude and all that stuff because he's a mountain man, giant descendant.
Let's let's just check on that just to be sure.
You can look it up.
We don't want you to get in a predicament. Because we're also doing sort of like a homebrew thing with cold, so I'll probably have to modify that just a touch. Like maybe give you advantage on those kind of checks, basically,
Right.
instead of just being 100% immune. Just to make the game balanced. I would assume, yeah, you get here. Let me go.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay.
It's Mountain Born. Actually, Ben, you should have it on your character sheet.
I don't have any values to like any kind of bonuses specifically. It just says, flavor text. You have
Right.
resistance to cold damage. You also
Yeah.
have acclimated to high altitude.
High altitude. Anything specific for just cold? Well, you've said you have
Well-
resistance to cold, so
Yeah, you have cold resistance, or you have resistance to cold damage. You're
Okay.
acclimated to high altitude, and you're naturally adapted to cold climates.
Okay. So we're just going to give you advantage on these checks then. Just always. You just always get advantage, which is really good.
All right.
Yeah, it is very good.
Yeah. So if you wanted to buy cold weather clothing just to like make sure, you know.
For this particular outing, I think I'll skip.
Okay. Did you want to buy anything else?
Not at the moment, no.
Not at the moment. All right. Sounds good.
None of those crampons. Weapon sheath. Stow your weapon and draw it with a bonus action instead of a move act or regular action.
Mhm.
Yeah, those are some cool weapons. The Scourge Gavel and the Longbow of Hobbling. I'm a hobbler.
Mahabla. Okay. So y'all are gonna be off into the tundra.
To see the wizard, yeah.
Okay. So okay. Okay, we already did that. Okay. So so you leave the town of Bryn Shander. And it is quite chilly. So let's do our very first frost check. That's what we're gonna call these. So go ahead and give me. I'm supposed to do saving throws for this. That makes more sense. A lot of Constitution. All right, give me a Constitution saving throw, everybody. And Edis, you can get advantage on this saving throw.
Ben can?
No, isn't Ben Edis?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
I didn't
Yeah.
hear you, sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Okay, so
And then we add the +5 because of the cold weather clothing?
correct. So we might. I don't know if there's a way we can do that in Roll20. Like I don't know if there's like a macro or something we can set up. I don't know, maybe. But anyways, yeah, you can just add. Wow, y'all got really good rolls.
Oh.
But that's a 10 for you.
So you got a 10. So thankfully you're all warm and bundled. You're all warm and bundled. However, as you traverse this this tundra, really, and you can see sort of the the aurora in the sky just sort of twinkling rather, or moving, you begin to notice that snow's coming down. As you venture further, the winds are picking up. It's kind of not looking good. And before you know it, a blizzard descends upon you, reducing visibility to 20 feet. So the large mountain of Kelvin's Cairn in the background. Oh, I thought there was a mountain. Not really. Okay. In the picture. It vanishes from view as the blowing snow and howling wind engulf you. So, what do you do now that there's this blizzard going on?
Well, Emily's a ranger.
Okay.
She's got yeah, it's a really long thing.
It's a really long thing.
1 moment, please.
Yeah, take a moment.
You're skilled at navigating the wilderness. You gain the following benefits when traveling for an hour or more.
You ignore difficult terrain. You have advantage on
Your group can't become lost except by magical means, even when you're engaged. Okay. That would be probably the most applicable. Difficult terrain doesn't slow your group's travel, and your group can't become lost except by magical means.
Okay. Cool. I'm into it. So, well, what you're gonna have to do first of all, so you're gonna continue, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. No, that's okay. It's okay. So now let's go to less special rules.
No, special.
Okay. So, all right. Right. Okay, so everyone, and I'll explain what this means as we're playing, because I know your group can't become lost by magical means. However, it is a little bit tricky to even see each other. So everyone go ahead and make a survival check. Zafira, you can go ahead and gain advantage on this, which means you roll twice and take the higher one.
Okay.
So, and now I can see the numbers now. So I don't know what's going on, but I can see the numbers now. So you ain't got to tell me anymore.
So 13.
13.
Okie dokie.
Oh. Wow, I'm not.
We just rolled poorly. It's not you not being good at it. Chris and I just kicked.
Obviously, we keep cooking.
Okay, so Zavira caught 13. Snorri got 22. Hera got 15. What did Silas got? Oh, okay. Wow. All right. So there is a slight moment when Zafira, you can't see the rest of the party, but then luckily your instincts kick in right at the right moment, and you get back with them. So everyone is going to be okay, I think. Okay.
We don't have any rope or something. Maybe we should tie each other together.
Oh, that's
I pull
right.
up my
Oh, you know
cloak.
what? Okay, I forgot. We were doing a skill challenge. Sorry. God. Okay. So we're doing a skill challenge. So what a skill challenge is like a little mini game. So basically, you have to get so many successes before a certain number of failures. And if you get the successes before the failures, then it's positive. If you get the failures before the successes, then it's usually negative. Let's see here. Let me get a piece of paper. All right. So it looks like we've got quite a few successes. So yeah, okay. So I will say that we're gonna do 6 successes before 4 failures. So go ahead. Let's see. Let's start with who started this round. This quote unquote round. Arid, why don't you go ahead and give me another survival check?
Oh, shit.
Okay, first failure. All right. So that's okay. You only need 2 more successes. So then we can go to Zafira. Again, you get advantage on this. So go ahead and.
And hit again.
Okay, we're good. So we need 1 more success. Let's see. Snorri, why don't you go ahead and give me a survival check? Okay. All right. So it's pretty easy to navigate that blizzard, honestly. So basically, what y'all discover is we'll just do that for now.
Ooh.
Sorry about the grid. They're not gonna like match up, but whatever. Just just make it work. Oh, and then I've got to pull your characters, right? Oh, we didn't. Oh, everyone got. Oh, perfect. Oh, awesome. Everyone found. Oh, thank you, everybody, for finding your image. That's great. I probably will need to give you control. You guys cannot control your tokens, right?
Let me try.
Probably not.
I can.
Oh. Okay. Roll. Can everyone move their token?
Select yours.
How do we? Yeah,
So you just click it, and then you can like, yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so everyone can move their token? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I guess they fixed that. Before the DM always had to like do weird shit. Okay.
Sign it, yeah.
Cool. Okay. Awesome. So here's what you see. You crest a snow-covered ridge and see a frozen, dismembered corpse in the gully in front of you. Snow covers the body. Some snow covers some of the gory bits, but the headless torso and severed limbs are visible. You see tracks in the snow all around the corpse, and the telltale hooves in the snow left behind by a sled that's been hauled away.
Well, that's no good. What direction does it head?
It heads north towards the mountain.
Of course it does. Into the lion's den. Or wolf's den, I suppose, up here, more likely.
How was the body dismembered?
Do you want to go up to it and look?
Yeah, might as well.
Okay. Okay. So as you get up to there, Snorri, as you get up to where the body is, you can see that sort of it's missing its arms, it's missing its head, and its entrails, its intestines and everything are kind of sprawled about. Go ahead and give me a medicine check, though, Snorri, to see if you can kind of decipher some more information about this dead person.
Nice.
Oh my, y'all are rolling hot today. So it looks as if, sorry. It looks as if it's a male dwarf. It looks as if his arms were ripped off. So it's like they were pulled out of his sockets, and there's like these muscle that like, you know, sort of came with it. It doesn't look like a cut or anything. Sorry. What's going on? Okay. And his head looks like it was also just ripped off as well. And you can see that parts of the leg, or excuse me, the arms and parts of his body looks as if it was chewed, and these large teeth marks, you know, you can see in the bones that these large teeth marks were, looks like something was eating it, but didn't fully eat it, if that makes sense.
Can I just do?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I make a nature check?
So, so
Yeah.
yes, you're proficient in nature, right? As a ranger,
Yes.
probably are. Okay. So yeah. Why don't you go ahead and make a nature check to maybe look at the snow or see if you can kind of discern what beast this might be or,
Yeah.
or creature. Yeah. So go ahead and give me a nature check.
Oh.
That guy.
I got mad skills today. Come on it.
So unfortunately, Zafira, you've never seen this beast before because you don't live in the cold climates, so you've just no idea.
I'm gonna take
but
a
if-
look at the footprints if that's all
Sure.
right.
Are you proficient in the skill nature, Eris?
I'm not.
I will allow you to make this check because you are from here, though. So
Okay.
go ahead and just give me a normal nature check.
Hang on.
Oops.
I would like to use my guidance spell.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
So I have to roll a 1d4. So they're just like a dice roll. Sweet.
Wait, did you actually roll a 0?
Yeah, I rolled a
Like you
1.
rolled a 1,
Oh.
but you get -1. So
Yeah, I
you
have -1 in nature, so
Oh, but then you got some guidance. So what does the guidance do?
Once before the spell ends, target can roll a d4 and add the number to the rolled ability check of
Oh.
its choice.
Okay, so you can roll a d4. Oh, and if you want to roll just a standard roll, what you do is you hit the letter R. Wait, is it /R? Or, I don't know. Let me try it. I think it's /R and then like D4. Yeah, and then it works. So /R and then just D4, and then it'll roll anything. You could roll a D100. You can roll any number.
There's also the sidebar. There's a
Oh,
a die you can hit and then just pick whichever one you want.
oh yeah. I've got to set up macros on this. My other campaign has macros. You can just click like D4 or D6, D20. If you want to roll that and add it, you can. Unfortunately, you also weirdly have no idea what this creature is. You've never heard of anything like this, never seen anything like this, no clue whatsoever. Eris.
right.
However, Eris and Zafira, why don't you go ahead and give me a survival check since you're looking at the tracks.
Why'd you roll with advantage?
I don't mean to. Sorry.
Okay, so if someone accidentally rolls advantage, we're just always going to take the first number. Just we're always going to take the first number. Okay. Well, Zafira, you don't even know what's going on. But Enid, you are able to tell that these tracks, by the way, they're really large tracks. They're very, very large tracks. And they almost look like a large human. And
Large human?
yeah, but like bigger than a Goliath, like much bigger than a Goliath. You are able to discern that they were made roughly within the last few hours, the tracks.
How long did it take us to get here?
It took y'all about an hour and a half or so.
Right. So would it be fair for me to kind of detective it in my mind really quick for the group?
What do you mean?
just
What
kind
do you mean?
Well, I'm like tell my group the assumptions that are in my
Oh yeah,
brain.
sure. Yeah, you can just be like words. I say, yeah.
All
Tell
right.
them all this. Yeah.
Well, these tracks, they seem like maybe they're giant tracks and they're more recent than the bodies. So,
Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but you also see a lot of small tracks that's like smaller tracks, like small snowshoe tracks, like much smaller than a human would wear or humanoid. Sorry, I forgot to mention that.
okay. And they're same time frame as the big tracks? Or
No, you're not sure. They look a little older.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just wager a guess and say that these larger tracks are maybe a giant, but I don't know for sure. And they maybe took because there's, oh man, I'm have to remember here. So the hooves, there's hooves that led the sled away.
Yeah, there's kind of a
or-
lot. Yeah, there's so there's I guess there's hooves. I don't know why there's hooves, but I guess there's hooves. I guess there's hooves. Okay, the hooves though run away in two separate directions.
Okay.
Yeah,
And so which way are
And
the
then-
sled tracks
and
going?
then the sled tracks are actually going northeast.
which other set of tracks align with the sled?
Got you. Well, so there's a bunch of tracks around this body and around this area, and then basically there's two sets of tracks that are hooved that just go in sort of random directions, and then the sled tracks go to the northeast, but none of the snowshoe footprints continue in any direction.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the
Then were they riding the hooved beasts?
You don't know.
Interesting.
But the sled tracks, you can see where the sled was kind of stopped, and then it like pivoted, and then the sled tracks continue. You can also see. Well, actually, what do you follow? Before I say that.
right. I mean, I'd like to know. So there's no other tracks going away with the sled?
So yeah, you rolled a 19. So as you investigate that further, as you sort of walked it, you can see that there are another set of tracks. So go ahead and give me a nature check.
Chris, you got to be guidancing that shit.
Yeah, I feel bad because I don't want to be just jumping in every time and be like, yo, guidance.
Oh my god. Okay. Well,
Yeah, I couldn't have saved that one.
you have no idea. I mean, you can also ask Zafira. Maybe she can look at it.
Yeah, I'd like to know what these tracks might be.
Yeah,
You're going to guidance her?
Yeah, I'm going to do
have-
guidance this time. I have to touch you. It's just weird.
yeah.
Don't think about it.
Ben, your character just has no clue of what's going on. Like, I don't know.
I'm pretty dumb, so yeah.
I don't know. Oh, I don't know.
Then
Tracks go
Oh,
that way.
Zafira. Zafira,
R
you've seen
slash,
these. Zafira, you have seen these tracks a
You got
million
a
times
20.
over.
she got a 20 after they guided.
Zira. Zafira, you've seen these tracks a lot in your homeland. These are bear tracks.
Interesting.
Bear
Yeah. There's two sets of bear tracks.
Are they going in the way of the sled?
Yes.
So we've got bears, a giant,
tracks?
hooves of an unknown animal,
Do you want to
and a
look at the
sled.
hooves? Do you want to look at the hooves? You can look at the hooves too.
I'm dumb as sand. I'm not going to
Yeah.
be able to figure this out.
Yeah.
Can I look at the hooves?
Yes.
I wanna
So
look
go
at the
ahead and
hooves.
give me a
Alright.
nature check. Oh, Zafira,
Hooves.
this is just like kindergarten for you. The hooves were from reindeer, actually.
Santa.
Fucking cool.
Santa. Santa.
Damn it, murder Santa.
Murder
Krampus.
Oh shit.
Actually, murder Santa. Yeah, so the hooves are reindeer, and the reindeer looked like they were galloping away, like running away very quickly. One of the reindeer looks like it was also bleeding a little bit too.
Oh,
Yeah, but it looks like they just ran away.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
So then, what were they attacked by?
Yeah.
Take your pick.
Take your pick. Yeah, there's a lot going on here. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, the sled stealing bears. I don't know.
Well, I've heard of those before. They're very common where I'm from.
Can't have shit in Icewind Dale.
Yeah. So
Where do we go?
yeah.
I don't know what I've never done this before. Where do we? I lied when I said I was a seasoned veteran. So
Oh shit!
where do we go? I mean, what do we do?
We gotta-
You look like you know. I mean, between
I
giant
think
blue man and
the only option is to
elf
we have
woman.
to get this sled, so we should probably follow the sled tracks. Or no?
I mean,
Well, we've fared all
Here for
right
the
so far
coin.
through the
Ooh,
cold.
actually,
so
Ben, did you buy snowshoes?
I did not.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So unfortunately, Ben, you are a little bit slower, and so your group kind of has to go a bit slower. But why don't you yeah, so who wants to lead the group, so to speak, to follow the sled? I mean, I suppose it's pretty simple.
I feel like you look like the master tracker.
Alone?
Oh no, like with the group.
Yes.
The giant or the ranger?
No, the ranger.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd agree.
Zafira, do you want to go ahead and give me
tracking
a
other
survival check to just track this sled and and move quickly, or move as quickly as you can, move your party as quickly as you can through the snow?
Go
And
back.
hit that guidance.
Okay, so real quick, part of a ranger ability is while tracking other creatures, you also learn their exact number, their sizes, and how long ago they passed through the area.
Oh shit! Okay, thanks for telling me that.
Fancy.
Job,
Yeah.
buddy.
So you can
now go into it.
tell Zafira that these are polar bears,
Shit.
and they're quite big. They're big even for polar bears. And there were two of them. When you look around at the small snowshoe tracks, you discern that there's roughly about 7 individuals, and then there's one potentially larger individual that has so those are the tracks. The large tracks you're not sure. You as we've already discovered, you don't know what they are, and the snowshoe ones you can't really tell because they're just small snowshoes. You can't tell what type of creature or what humanoid was using them. So so go ahead and give me a survival check with
26.
disadvantage because you have one person that doesn't have snowshoes.
So really.
Okay.
So at 12.
Oh, with guidance. Well, Snorri, why don't you tell us how your guidance was crucial in helping Zafira stay on course, or just basically making it successful?
I mean, the easiest thing I'd say is divine insight.
Yeah. Okay. So it just was like Moradin was like, yeah. Okay.
You're helping one of my servants. Here you go.
So, you can see up ahead. You can see what appears to be a sled in the night sky, or not in the sky. In not in the sky.
It is Murder Santa.
I kind of like Murder Santa though. That might come back. I kind of like that. Okay, so here's what you see. The creatures that you've been following appear to be goblins. Based on their stature, all 6 of them groan and grunt and curse loudly. Fuck you, Tori. As they haul a bulky sled toward what appears to be a 20-foot tall. Oh, whoopsie. I made a mistake. Well, they're hauling the sled along with the polar bears that presumably are going to reattach the polar bears to this other sled. Okay. Harnessed are 2 roaring polar bears that do not look happy. And you can tell, actually, why doesn't everyone go ahead and give me a stealth check, please?
Stealth check,
This isn't gonna go well.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
giving you guidance. You're
Ah, fuck.
Fuck.
Ben. You got 14. This is gonna go badly.
Eh. Hey guys,
Okay.
it's goblins.
Okay. Okay. Oh, also, we might not cover this, but what languages do you all speak? Does anyone speak Goblin? We've kind of forgot to go over that in our session 0.
No, nobody does.
I don't believe we do.
No one speaks
No.
Goblin? Okay. So you don't know what they're saying, but you can discern from how they're pointing that they might have glimpsed you, Silas. What do you do?
Ah! Goblins! Do they look aggressive?
It was more so like the feeling you got was, ooh, actually, why don't you make an insight check?
Friggin' will.
Since you don't know.
15.
Okay. The insight that you were kind of feeling that these creatures were just more like they thought they might have heard something, like hey, go and check over there. Like they didn't necessarily see you. It was just more like, hey, what was that? So.
Oh shoot. Then I'll like squat super low
Okay.
and try and make myself
Okay.
as hidden as possible.
Give me another stealth check. Stealth/hide check.
Stealth checking. A 6.
Okay. You are not stealthy. Okay. Thankfully, though, the goblins are quite stupid. At least you can surmise. Because they come and you're sort of like hiding next to like a rocky little outcropping. And they don't really walk past the rocky outcropping. They just sort of look. And then they all walk back to their sled. So.
I can't believe that worked.
So what do y'all do? These goblins don't see you. Oh, and there's one goblin that has a hawk on I think it's her shoulder. Yeah. There's 2 roaring polar bears. So actually here, you know what, let's get out the let's do this. Okay. So here's the sled. Ooh, sled. Okay.
I'm sled.
Oh, by the way, I didn't really describe the stuff, the landscape very well. So you're kind of on like a frozen lake thing, and sometimes there's snow and sometimes there's ice. So basically where it's blue, that means it's ice. So it's a little slippery, and it's also difficult terrain. The snow, as long as you're wearing snowshoes, isn't difficult terrain. Yeah, so there's the sled, and then let me do here. Okay, well, just pretend it's a polar bear. Okay, polar bear. Polar bear, copy, paste, polar bear, and then
There's a way. Oh.
And you know what? Maybe we'll say, since we're playing the game, and Ben, maybe you didn't know that, your character would have known that they would need snowshoes. So I'm just going to say that your character just already had snowshoes. Does that sound good?
Sure.
Just because your character lives here, so like they wouldn't be like, I don't want those, but even though I need them, it's like, okay. So your character, just because they're from here, just already starts with snowshoes. You can have the premium variety.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops. Okay, there's a goblin. Goblin.
So little.
Okay, so what do y'all do? These goblins haven't seen you. They're loading sleds. What do you do?
To me, it seems like these are the folk who probably raided. Well, maybe not. Anyways, I've heard goblins are not the kindest of creatures. I don't know. It seems like those bears don't really want to be under their control.
Oh, yes. You can also see that the goblins are hitting the bears every now and then. The bears will roar and get really angry at the
I
goblins.
say we kill the goblin.
Then I say you knock an arrow.
I have an idea. I will use more magic. I will use thaumaturgy to create an instantaneous sound that originates from a point of my choice, and I am going to choose some angry screaming in
Ooh.
giant.
Oh, okay. Where? Can you click on the map where you'd like your scream to emanate from, or and can you cast, or wherever you can cast it? I don't know how far thaumaturgy works.
30 feet. So let's see. Man, I hope I can cast that far.
You can also move. So if you move though, you'll have to make a stealth check. Anyone that moves will have to make a stealth check, basically.
So another note: both Ben and Chris roll with disadvantage on stealth because they're in heavy armor.
Oh God. Yay. Or you can just, I don't know, do whatever.
Trying to figure. I wish I could see like distances a little bit better.
Here, you know what? I think the grid is off. Let me turn the grid on. That's part of the problem. So if you also, Chris, if you click there's an arrow that does distance. I forget what it is though. There's a way to there's a tool over on the left. I think is it draw shape? No, there's something. All my people do it in my other campaign, but it's a tool that just figures out distance. Does Chase know that?
What?
Do you know the distance tool?
No, I'm not familiar with the distance tool.
There is one. I just don't know. I don't know how to. There's one in here somewhere. I don't know where it is, but y'all have access to it. I just don't know where it is.
Okay.
But
Well, here, let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 30 feet.
Okay.
I won't actually move that, but that's 30 feet.
So
I'll try and turn the grid on too. Oh, the grid is on. Maybe it needs to be a different color.
I wonder if it just auto pastes under the image.
Oh, because I fucked up. Okay, I fucked up. I put it on the wrong layer. We'll just go with it for now. But in the future, I can. It won't be like this. I just messed up in what I did.
So like here's 30 feet. Chase said roughly.
Yeah, six movements or 6.
6 squares.
Yeah, six.
Because each square is 5 feet.
Oops.
Okay, because I want to cast it like over here.
God,
Where
I
I'm
that arrow.
Currently positioned.
No. Okay.
Because I know I'm normally right here.
Oh no, that's not it. Okay. Damn, dude. Select move. How do you?
It just liquefied a little.
Okay, so I'm sorry, Chris. Can you, if you hold and click, it'll do like a little thing like this. That'll like show me where. I suppose it doesn't really matter. I kind of know. It's like down here somewhere, right?
A little more to the right, but yeah.
Like, okay, it's kind of over here. Okay, so, all right. So all the goblins hear it. And they begin to walk towards the. Well, I'll just say 3 of them begin to walk. But they do ready themselves. They all like pull out their weapons and, they sort of begin to wander around. So actually they're pretty close to y'all now. So why doesn't everyone give me another stealth check?
Still checking.
And remember, if you're in heavy armor, you do get disadvantage. But if you're not, you do not.
How do we add disadvantage to?
Just roll twice.
You can take the lower of the 2.
There is a way to set it up, but we can do
Okay.
that another day. There's a way to like do that, so you can click your armor. Okay. Well, gosh. Unfortunately, Added, you're a big boy. And one of the goblins sees you. So now let's roll initiative. So basically how you do this is on your character sheet. I think if you click initiative, it'll automatically put it in there unless it's a macro you have to set up. But why don't you go ahead and
Nat 20.
automatically does it. Okay. So then let's roll for the goblins here. Okay. Oh man, I'm missing my macro buttons. D20. Okay. Oops, that was not right.
Or you have to select your character.
Here, I'm just gonna roll. I'm gonna roll a real dice. Oh, okay.
Go find your character.
So 10, and then
Scroll. So select.
C and
Go back to your character sheet.
polar bears. Okay, so now let's add these up. Polar bears, pixie, and goblins. Oops. Goblins. Okay. Polar bears. Goblins got 11, and she got 3. Okay. So descending. All right. So top of the round, we've got Silas. What are you going to do with your crazy initiative there?
I'm not a fan of these little bastards hurting those bears. So, let's see. Which is the leader?
Oh, the leader's on top of the sled.
Okay. So which one's the closest to us?
They should be.
Who's the one?
They should be right below you. Can you see them on the map?
Who's the one whipping the bear?
The leader.
I don't like that. Fuck that bitch. I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery on it.
Okay. Remind me what that does. Do they get a saving throw, or do you just hit them?
Saving throw. Wisdom.
Wisdom save. Okay. Well, they got 17.
Hey, well that succeeds.
Okay.
So they don't suffer my insidious words, you animal herding scum.
Okay.
Leader.
The polar bears move and pull the sled. While I'm doing that, Zafira, what would you like to do on your turn?
Knock an arrow.
Yeah, you think? Okay. Sorry. So I'll knock an arrow.
You were
Okay.
You're gonna fire at one of them.
Yeah. Where's the leader?
You can hit it. You have 150 feet.
Okay. So I knock an arrow towards the leader.
Okay.
Okay.
She's not aware of her presence, is she?
Yeah, because everyone's just really seen. Well, they're aware that there's something up there because the goblins are shouting and pointing. So like, are you? Well, you're not a rogue, so that doesn't.
No, but I mean, like, would she just get disadvantage or advantage on the attack roll?
Oh, I see what you're saying. I'm gonna actually go with no because they've spotted y'all.
Okay.
Because you're just out in the wilderness with nothing to hide behind. So yeah. So no, just a normal attack.
So a 13 attack roll.
Oh, you know what? Fail. Let me get my monsters manual. Whoops. Fail.
You just failed.
Yeah, that was a fail. Please be the monsters manual. Yes. Okay. All right. So let's go to goblins. Okay. I'm sorry. What was the attack roll?
13.
13 attack roll. Okay. All right. Oh God. Unfortunately, your arrow misses. Just. Whew. You do not hit him. Fortunately.
Oh shoot.
Yeah. Okay. And then Zafira, would you like to move? Because that's something you can also do on your turn. Or do you want to stay there?
Your hunter's mark as a bonus action.
What is the hunter's mark?
If you choose your foe and they become your designated enemy for the next hour, and you deal a bonus 1d6 damage if you hit.
Oh.
Yeah. So as your bonus action, you can use that. I would say.
So instead of moving, you're saying?
Well, you can also move on your turn.
Okay.
But as your bonus action, you can use your Hunter's Mark ability on probably the leader.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so you want to cast
So-
Hunter's Mark on this person?
Yeah.
On the leader.
Yeah, on the leader.
And then with Hunter's Mark, they don't get a saving throw, right? It just is just there.
Yeah, and it only benefits you if you hit them with an attack.
Got you. Okay, and then do you want to move, Zafir, or do you want to stay there?
I'll stay there for now.
All right. So now we're on to Ered's turn. Ered, what would you like to do? Ered.
Gonna go ahead and
So, oh yeah. So the snow is difficult terrain, but you did make it right next to them, so you're fine. You're fine.
all right,
Um.
and then I'll take a swing.
All
I
right.
readied
Take
my
a s-
weapon when they were
Yes,
kind
of
of-
course. Yeah. All right. Take a swing at a goblin. All right. So give me an attack roll.
I think this is how I do it.
Oh, it's a crit. The nat 20.
Ooh. Okay. So another
Clapped.
thing that Chase knows this about me. I love to do fun things with criticals.
Yes.
So why don't you go ahead and roll a D100? So you can just type in
In the
yeah,
text
just
or
R/D100. I think that's it. If that doesn't work, then it's the
try
other way around.
this.
Yeah.
That worked, right? All right.
Tell me what you got, please.
61.
Sorry, one sec. It's opening. 61. Okay. Oh. Okay. Well, one of the goblins has a little shield. And what weapon do you have?
Great sword.
Oh God.
A huge ass greatsword.
Okay. Your sword goes down in this little goblin, and it raises up its little like leather buckler against your greatsword. And your your greatsword goes through the shield and just lobs its forearm off. So go ahead. So you're gonna get 3 times damage instead of 2. So go ahead and roll your damage, basically 3 times.
Okay.
But only add the modifier once, if that makes sense. So just you're rolling so if you roll a greatsword, was it 1d10 or 1d12 or something?
It's 2d6.
So then
Right.
you're basically gonna roll 66, and then add your strength modifier to the
So also on the
Okay.
on the left side, there's a dice. If you
Yep.
go on it, you can see a d6, and you can go over.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
So
wow.
that's 4d6, and then you could just do 2 more.
What was my initial roll? That was 2 already, right?
No,
Okay.
you
Or
didn't
no,
roll
or
damage.
no. Yeah, you just rolled your.
Oh, I just rolled
Attack roll.
the. Okay.
So then just do 2d6. So it's, oh my god. I mean, either way, this thing is dead.
Yeah. Whoops.
Just deleted.
Yeah.
20.
So
I mean, for fun,
20
let's see how much damage.
yeah, 23.
Okay,
plus your
so
strength. So 26.
Plus 2.
Arid, so
Three? Yeah.
in addition to lobbing its
Leave it in.
forearm off, why don't you describe to us how you kill it?
Well, I took a swing kind of on a downward diagonal, so I kind of cut him from shoulder to hip.
Oh
Right
God.
in half.
Through his shield.
Through the shield.
Oh, and
She
actually, you know
raised
what?
something
I
too early.
actually have this one. Check out this. This is fun. Dead goblin. Okay.
It's so sad. He's dead.
Okay. All right. I think any bonus actions for your turn, Arid, or are you done?
So it's been a while since I played. So do I
Okay.
get a movement at this point, or
So you've moved already. Remember, you had to move to hit the
Right.
goblin, and since you're in
So a
difficult
bonus
terrain, your movement's
just-
done.
hang out? I guess.
Well, some spells are bonus actions to cast. Like for
Okay.
example, Hunter's Mark. Like Emily casts Hunter's Mark as a bonus action. So you get a move action, and then you get, I don't know what they call it now, but it's basically a standard action, which is usually attack or cast a spell, and then you
Well-
also get a bonus action.
But you don't. He doesn't have anything to use as a bonus action.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
As of now, I don't think I have anything.
Okay.
so.
All right, and then
You didn't do it, huh?
Snorri, it's your turn. You are kind of on difficult terrain up there. So just as you're maneuvering, if you want to maneuver,
I'm gonna bust out Sacred Flame
Okay, that's a good spell. Legit good spell.
and target the
One
goblin
right
just
below you?
south of me. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
Alright,
I believe with Sacred Flame you make an attack roll. Is that right? Unless I might be thinking of a different flame spell.
Just says target must succeed on a dexterity saving throw.
Dex save. Okay, I'm just gonna roll. Well, I kind of want you guys to see it. It's fun to see. Oh, okay. Oh dear. Well, and a dex save you said?
Yeah.
Ooh, it got 17.
Which
So I
succeeds.
think you might have missed it. Unless
Yeah.
what happens when it succeeds?
If it succeed, if they succeed, then
Nothing.
nothing.
Nothing, honey. Okay.
Yep.
Do you want to move or you want to stay there?
I'll stay here. Make them come to me.
Sure. Do you have any bonus actions that you want to use?
I don't think so.
Okay. Sounds good. Alrighty. So now we're on to this person. What do they do? Ooh. Okay. All right. So they what? Okay, cool. Okay. Oh, that's cool. All right. So they're just gonna shoot. They're gonna go pew pew from their crossbow. Oh wait, no, not their crossbow. Oh, a short bow. You know, I think they're just gonna. Who's that? They're gonna target one of you two up there. So, what are they feeling? They're goblins. You're both half elves. I'll just roll. Emily, odds or evens?
Evens.
Even Steven. Okay. Okay. Well, Emily, guess what? They're attacking you. They've got it out for you. All right. Oh dear. Well, unfortunately, Emily. Or excuse me. You're not Emily. You're Zafira. They are gonna shoot you twice.
15 hits and 9 misses.
Yeah. So.
1 hit.
God damn it! I'm so used to having my macros. I'll just enter this.
So pull up your character sheet.
You take 6 points of damage.
Oof.
And then that's their turn. All right, Goblin over here. Yeah, it's dumb. What would it do? It sees a big thing, or it sees a dwarf. Yeah, it's gonna run up to you. It's gonna run up to Snorri. So that's 5, then 15, then 25, and it's gonna attack Snorri with its. Oh, I guess it'll just attack with its scimitar. Sorry, I'm just gonna roll in person. I hope it's okay. Snorri, what is your AC?
19.
Oh God, what? Wait, what do you have? Do you have some kind of crazy armor?
I have. Well, I have Blessing of the Forge, which gives me +1 to my armor. Then I have Chainmail and my shield.
Jesus. Okay, well, good for you. Well, it didn't hit you. You block with your shield. Okay, this one runs up to you, Goliath, and it's going to attack you. Hiya. And what is your AC?
16.
I don't think it hit, but let's see. Nope, didn't hit. Okay. This one is going to use its short bow, and who's it going to attack? It's going to attack Silas. Okay. Alrighty. Oof. Silas, what's your AC?
Let me just double check. I think it's 13. 13.
Yeah, that's definitely a hit, my friend. Okay, and that is going to be 4 points of damage on you.
Oh.
And don't worry, there's 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, whatever. 5. These 2 are also going to shoot. Let's see. The first one's going to take a shot at Emily. Excuse me, Zafira. Zafira, can you tell me your AC again?
14.
Okay, so 14, and we got 19, 16, and 13. Okay. So, Zafira, you are going to take another hit, unfortunately. Oh no, that's bad. That's bad. Zafira, you take 8 points of damage. What's
He is
your...
unconscious.
So, okay, so Zafira is unconscious.
Oh, guys.
So she might need some help. She's definitely not dead yet, though. And then, so then the other one is going to attack Silas, and that is a hit, unfortunately. Oh God. Okay, so Silas, you're gonna take 7 points of damage. God, these goblins are mean. All right, and then the round's over. So we start up at the top of the round with Silas after just getting hit in the stomach with an arrow.
I'm unconscious.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh God, this is bad. This
Yeah.
is bad. This is really bad. Oh my God.
Yeah, no kidding. That's
Oh
like
my
an
God.
exorbitant amount of goblins.
Well,
Okay.
This is a first quest in the book. I told y'all it would be hard. I had a feeling it would be hard. So
Okay, so do I make a death saving throw?
make a death saving throw. So just you can just make a Constitution saving throw right now.
Okay. Fuck. 8.
So that's a fail. So you have 1 tick for fail. If you get 2 more ticks on fail, then you die.
Mhm.
So hopefully your friends can help you before that happens. All right. The polar bears, they're not doing anything right now. Actually, one of the polar bears does lash at one of the goblins, but it missed. So because it's restrained in a harness. All right. Then next up we have Zafira. Zafira, why don't you go ahead and give us a Constitution saving throw? Ouch.
So you
Also a
hit the
fail. So you get it one tick towards death. Hopefully your friends can save you. Arid, what are you gonna do, my friend?
Wow. So how does like intimidation necessarily work? Could I like as a bonus just scream at the leader or something like that? Or
Okay. I mean, I'll let you do it. I'll let you do that as a bonus action. And only because the goblins are so much smaller than you. Like you're a tall, big creature. So
okay.
yeah, I'll let you do that as a bonus action if you want. You can go ahead and make an intimidation check.
Sure. First I'm gonna cut this hopefully other goblin in half first. So
Okay.
so
That's a 12 to hit.
yeah.
Man. I'm sorry, it just tings on part of the goblin's armor. Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah.
go ahead and do that.
Yeah, so give me an intimidation check.
Jeez.
Well, I think your party's getting they got all your good rolls not in battle. Well, unfortunately, the goblins just look up at you like they've seen this before. Like this, you're not new to them. So unfortunately, you can't really scare them. So yeah, so that's that. Okay, Snorri, what are you gonna do?
All right, so first the goblin in front of me is getting the bonk.
Okay.
Oh, wait, you're not. Okay.
Oh,
So,
Warhammer 18.
Yep.
That is a hit.
for 7 damage.
Oh, and then it also does damage. That's super slick. Okay, Snorri, tell us how you kill it.
I just cave his head in.
Okay.
I don't have time
Okay.
for these goblins. And then I
Okay.
believe I can still do this.
Oh, healing word.
Yep, healing word.
It's the best spell in 5th edition. It's so good because you can
Yeah.
cast it as a bonus action.
All right, so
Well, who are you going to heal? Are you going to heal Silas or are you going to heal Zafira? I think you can heal either one.
yeah, that's the thing. We'll grab Silas first.
Okay.
Then 1d4 plus my spellcasting ability modifier. So that would be my wisdom.
Ooh, wisdom.
So you heal a total of 4.
4 hit points.
Not 3.
Yay! 3. Wait. Why are you at 3?
Because I was negative.
So in 5th edition, you actually can't go negative. Once you hit 0, you just stay at 0. So you just are now at 4 hit points.
Gotcha.
Yep. It's not like 3.5 that we played.
Perfect. Well, I'm at 4 hit points.
4 hit points.
Oh.
Okay, Snorri.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Snorri.
So it's Ixie's turn. What does she do? When a goblin can see targets. Okay. This doesn't do anything. Okay. Well, Goliath, these two are going to attack you.
I'm glad.
And your AC is 16?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what they
Get my
get.
dog.
Well, good for you. You parry their attacks and nothing happens. Ting ting.
Ting, 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 ting,
So, Silas, you are still prone. So the goblins think you're down. So they're gonna move over here.
They just keep shooting me. Pincushion.
They're gonna try and shoot. They're gonna try and shoot. What's his face? The Arid. Okay, so let's do that. Okay. Oh God, whatever. I'm just gonna roll in real life. I swear I'm not cheating, and I would never do that. But they both rolled 16s, so unfortunately, you are gonna take some damage. Okay, so you take a total of. You take 9 damage.
Wow. Okay.
And then it's Ixie's turn. What's she gonna do? What would she do? Oh, she's gonna whip the bears. Whip those bears. And she's gonna move the sled. Yeah. Yeah, she's gonna move the sled over here. God, I gotta move everybody. Okay. Just gonna move the sled over here. This polar bear is gonna attack a goblin just because it's close to it. So actually 2 of them will. Oh, whoopsie. Well, 1 goblin died from the polar bears. Polar bears
Yes!
just rip it to shreds. And you can tell the polar bears are really trying to get out of their harnesses at this point.
Right.
They're very frustrated with the goblin on top that keeps whipping them. And anyway, so that's what she does. Okay. I don't understand this ability. Whatever. Oh, and then she's going to hide as a bonus action on the sled, but doesn't do anything because you can still see her. So, all right, top of the round.
Okay, I'm up.
Okay, so you stand up. What do you do?
Healing word.
Okay.
So
He'll heal Zafira.
Yeah. Plus 3, so 5.
Okay, so she's still prone,
But you're
but she's healed.
Okay, and then as my action, I'm
Oh,
gonna.
that's a bonus. Healing.
Yeah, healing word.
Oh, healing word. Yeah, yeah. We just said the best spell in the whole game.
You better cut down those bears. I know you can, strongman. Or those goblins. Never mind. And I'll use my action to inspire Arid.
Okay, with bardic inspiration.
Yeah, bardic inspiration.
Is that an action, or can you
Oh,
also
so
do it
it's
as a
a-
bonus action?
It's a bonus action,
you
but I'm
already
going to use
used
my
yours, okay.
action, to
Gotcha.
inspire him.
So, do you want to tell him what that does?
So that means you get a d6 dice that you get to roll on like any attack or skill check or saving throw, and you can add it to anyone within the next 10 minutes.
Yeah, to any roll you choose.
Any
All right.
d20 roll, not damage.
Right.
All right, Zafira, you're up. What are you gonna do? Well, you're not up, but you're healed. You're still prone. So when you stand up, it takes away half your movement for the round. So if you can move 30 feet, now you can only move 15 feet. Just so you know.
I can still still shoot.
You definitely can. So
Okay,
you're not prone
so-
anymore.
I
Who do
say
Okay.
I knock another arrow.
Uh-huh.
I think I should go one of those guys or go one.
I can kill them. I mean, the thing is we gotta free those. It's up to you.
So I'm gonna knock an arrow towards the leader,
Okay.
and I'm gonna fire.
You're gonna re-up Hunter's Mark as a bonus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think so.
Okay. Knock an arrow towards the leader.
And then a fucking crit.
Oh, okay. Roll a D100 for me, please.
You know.
Or Chase, you can do it.
Got a 90.
90. Well, you shoot her in the neck. What's the downside? I mean, it's pretty bad. Okay. Oh, I was just reading wrong. Oh, interesting. Okay, well, yeah. You don't know, but it looks bad. So just roll normal critical damage. So just roll normal double damage.
But because she has Hunter's Mark up, that doubles too.
Oh shit.
So she does.
Oh.
She did 14 plus, so she did 25 damage.
Damn. Okay, so so you shot her in the throat, Emily. So why don't you describe how she dies?
It basically just decapitated her. Like her head just lobbed off to the side.
And then her body just falls off the sled.
Yeah. And yeah.
Up.
She dead.
Nice.
She did. Good job. Okay, Arid. Sorry, anything else from you, Zafira?
You can eat. Oh, no, you're good.
Yeah, you're good. We're good.
All right. Arid, what would you like to do? You got 3 goblins within range.
Yeah. So I'm gonna use lay on hands on myself.
Smart. Is that a bonus action or is that an action?
It doesn't say in the description that I have, so I'm not sure.
Let me check. I don't remember. I think it's a bonus action. I don't know though. Yeah, everyone wonders, is lay on hands a bonus action? Yeah, it doesn't say in my description either. Just no, as an action. So that would be instead of your attack.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's
Okay.
probably the smartest decision right now. So
Do did you want to move? If you move out of their threat range, they will get a free attack. All of them will get a free attack against you.
Yeah, I don't plan
Just
on
want
going anywhere.
to stay there?
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay, Snorri, what are you gonna do?
I am going to move. We'll get to here.
Okay. Yep, I think your movement's done because the blue is difficult terrain.
Yep. And then
Oh, sorry. I have to do something when you're done. I just remembered.
okay. We'll just throw another sacred flame.
Sacred flame. At random goblin. Actually, no. You only have. Here, I'm gonna delete these dead bodies. They're confusing. So you only have 2 live goblins left.
Is there one here too?
3. Right?
Oh, there's yeah. Here, I'll delete the dead bodies. The dead bodies are confusing. Okay.
We'll target the goblin closest to me.
Sure, this one.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. So give us an attack roll. Or no, a saving throw, right?
Yep.
Okay. And it was Dex?
Yeah.
Gets +2. Oh, it failed miserably.
Woo! It
Fact.
takes 1d8 radiant damage.
1d8 radiant damage.
And I rolled 8.
Oh.
Nice.
Burn, you little green skinned bastards.
Well, unfortunately, actually, fortunately for you, for this particular thing, you're gonna because the goblin kind of fumbled, as you were trying to hit it, and kind of fell into the spell. So you're gonna get double damage on this one actually, because it rolled a 1 basically is what happened.
Nice.
So I just realized that below the critical chart there's a fumble chart, and I was like, oh. Fumble chart? That's so cool.
That's
Okay.
really cool.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll. You can roll again. It doesn't. Oh my god. Okay. Well, I think you killed it with the first one anyway. So tell us how you kill it.
Oh, he just goes up in a complete pyre.
Okay. Okay. So she's dead. There's 2 goblins. They're not feeling so hot about their thing. So actually, this one next to you, Arid, is going to try and run away. You can get an attack of opportunity against it if you'd like.
Absolutely.
It's going to try and run up this way, so you can go ahead and get a free attack if you like.
No.
Hey, you have Bardic Inspiration.
Right. So I'll reroll.
Or you can save it. Well, I suppose it's in the next 10 minutes. You can add a plus d6.
Oh, add?
You can roll a 1d6 on top
right.
of that. Yeah.
Is the dice on the side? Yeah.
Ooh,
So 14.
Yeah, you hit it. You hit it. Thanks. You're inspired. You were inspired and you hit it.
Awesome. So then 5 damage.
Oh, it doesn't kill it though. It doesn't kill it though.
Well,
Sorry.
no, he adds +3 from his strength, so it's an 8.
Oh, yeah. So it's an 8.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so there is a way. Maybe Chase, you can help with this. There's a way to like set up all your items so that it totals up all your damage. I don't know how to do that. I don't even know if Chase knows how to do that. There's a way to do it. Cool. Well, tell us how you kill it.
As he's running away, I take a kind of wide swing and hack off his arm and get into his stomach a little bit.
The one over to the left just books it and is just running on this ice.
Oh.
Kill him.
Oh.
Murder him.
Murder him.
Oh, he was next to me too, or
No.
not.
He was behind
Oh.
the sled.
oh,
And he runs. He's now probably, since all he's doing is dashing on his turn, he's about 120 feet away from y'all, we'll just say. So if you can still shoot that far. Now we're out of combat. Well, unless you guys decide to attack
Shoot
the
him.
bears. But
He was torturing the bears.
you don't have to, Emily. You can do whatever you want. Or you can shoot him. It's entirely up to you.
I'll shoot him.
Can your bow hit something that far though?
150.
So how your bow works? Do you see how there's two numbers? It'll be like 30/150 or something. Do you see that?
Yeah, it's 150, 600.
Yes.
So,
yeah. 150. So basically, once it goes beyond the first number, then you get disadvantage on your attack. That's how that works. So it's like really far.
I just whisper in her ear, I believe in you. You can kill that bear torturer. Give her inspiration. So you get inspiration. And you can use your bonus action to reacquire a target with your hunter's mark.
Ooh.
Because it's active,
Oh, okay.
so you can throw it on him as your bonus action and then make the attack.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yep. Okay, if you didn't need inspiration.
Okay, and then you did 8 damage. Tell us how you kill it.
Yeah, I think it kills him very quickly.
It kills him very quickly.
I feel bad for him. He's trying to get
Technically,
away.
it was 10 damage. Just hunter's mark. Just right in the brainstem. Just
Yeah. Brutal.
Okay, so you can see that the bears are looking around really, really angrily at you all. They still obviously attached to the sled, but they're kind of guarded and like you can see that from the whip they have, like some bloody lashes on their back. What do y'all do? We're out of combat now, so you can just
okay.
do whatever.
It's okay. I slowly approach them and I try an animal handling check to try and calm them down.
They are growling at you, so give me an animal handling check.
15. Also, you still have your bardic inspiration. You can use it on a animal.
My bardic inspiration?
So I inspired you because I'm a bard.
I got you.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So you do sort of calm them. Maybe why don't you tell us what you do to calm them?
I approach them low and slowly with my hands like in a neutral position.
Yeah.
Just in soothing words say, we're not here to harm you. We're going to remove your restraints and we're going to let you be free.
So yeah, something about the tone of your voice just sort of calms them. It's like they maybe haven't heard a calming tone ever. And they just sort of like kind of lie down and like, lick some of their wounds and like chill out.
Okay. I'll slowly approach them with my hands in the same position. And I'll try and find like the belt, like the buckles.
Yeah.
And I'll try and start to release the harnesses.
Okay. Yeah, so you do that. It's pretty simple. You release the harnesses, and they sort of don't realize that they're free, weirdly. Yeah. Like, maybe this is all they've ever known.
Okay, well, Mr. Snorri, you seem to know a thing or two about medicine. Maybe you could help mend some of their lashings? I don't know. I'm not as trained in that area, but maybe set them off with a good start to their day.
Indeed, I can.
Whatever time of day it is, I have no idea. This is a hellhole, a place we live in. I don't know what's going on. Maybe we can make these bears' lives a little better.
Do a quick medicine check.
And I continue to soothe them as he looks them over.
Okay, yeah, give me a medicine check.
14.
Okay. It's pretty superficial wounds. It's, your average whip lash. You think that, it's really, their wounds really aren't that bad. They're pretty superficial. So like meaning they don't have a lot of damage that they've taken.
All right, well, I try and gesture them on to greener pastures. There's a whole world out there waiting for you.
There's a whole world out there. Why don't you give me another handle animal check?
Greener pastures. This whole place is white.
A 5.
Okay. It growls at you.
I slowly back away.
And then they stand up. Well, no, they don't stand up. They get up, and they sort of realize that maybe they're not attached, and they just sort of saunter and walk down this way together.
Okay.
But then at the end, one of them turns back and looks at you, and then continues walking.
Blow a kiss. Good luck, my fair friends. May you enjoy the rest of your lives in blissful freedom, for no creature should have to live under the domain of another.
And then you look at the sled and you really see how enormous the sled is.
Oh, shit.
Isn't it also loaded with iron?
Yeah.
Well, maybe I shouldn't have freed the bears. Come back! Ah! Oh, shit. I apologize. I may not have thought that through.
So what do y'all want to do? Do you want to inspect things or?
Yeah, I want to
Okay.
inspect the body of the goblins and such.
Sure.
And the woman.
Okay. So, yeah, so we should maybe do like I don't know if you guys want to do a party document. It's like always weird over online. I don't know what you guys want to do, but here's what you find on the regular goblins. If anyone wants a short bow.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you can take a short bow. It is a shoddy short bow. And I don't have like a thing with this. Basically, if you roll a 1, it breaks. It's just broken, it's done. So once you roll a 1, it's like out. It's like a piece of crap. So if you want a piece of crap short bow, they exist. There's also a piece of crap scimitar, which again, if you roll a 1, it's gonna die. So if anyone wants crappy weapons, there's a lot. But then what you find more of note is you find a sealskin pouch containing 13 silver pieces and 25 copper pieces and a bone whistle. And then all together, let's see, I need a D6. Really? I don't have a D6? All right, well, I'll just do a D10 and call it a day. You find 30 copper pieces on all the goblins. So in addition to what I said, so collectively you find 55 copper pieces and 13 silver pieces. And then you also find 2 potions. Now, is anyone proficient in Arcana?
No. I am not.
So that might be a problem for you guys because what I do in my campaigns is if something is like of a magical nature, if someone's not proficient in Arcana, then they really just don't. Actually, you know, I could allow you to roll at disadvantage, I suppose, but that's just a lot of rolling. I'll let y'all make that call. If you want to roll at disadvantage, you can. To figure out what they are. But basically 2 potions. You don't know what they do.
Okay. Hold on. I'm just going to change my character sheet to always roll with advantage, and we'll just take the first of the rolls, because it does do it in one chart.
Okay.
So I'm going to try.
Yeah, you can change it if you want to. Nope.
So a 7.
You don't
No
know.
idea.
No, 0 clue.
Fair enough.
No idea. But you know they're potions. So that's, you know they're potions.
Well, Chris does have Identify as a spell.
Oh,
Yes, I
well,
do.
see, there you go. So then you could use, if you wanted to, you could cast Identify on one of them, or you could not, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, let's identify one of them.
Okay, so let's see. Well, good for you. They both look the same. So you're thinking that if you know one, you know the other. So after you cast Identify, it's a potion of animal friendship.
God damn it.
Jeez. So effectively 2 potions of animal friendship. That's what it is. So you can go ahead, whoever wants to take those, or if you want to start a party sheet on a Google Doc, I don't know how you guys want to do it. But you have 2 potions of animal friendship, but write it down somewhere, someone.
Yeah, I wrote it down.
Okay, so if you want to keep track of that, that's fine. Cool.
Well,
And
maybe
then-
I can see the bears and them, refriend them.
Befriend them. Oh, and obviously on the sled, you also find 300 iron ingots wrapped in thick burlap and tightly secured to the sled with leather straps. Each ingot weighs approximately 2 pounds and is stamped with the foaming mug symbol. Oh, that's why it's called foaming mugs. Oh. Foaming mug symbol of the Battlehammer clan. Oh, okay. For the Black Iron Blades.
Okay, well, it's just a nugget of pure metal. Well, I'll throw the piece of shit scimitars on top. Maybe you can smelt them down or something.
Okay.
Um,
I mean, do y'all want to try and push the sled
Well, seeing as
together?
we got a little hasty and shoot off the bears, maybe it'll
Ooh,
come down to me to
strapping
try
the
to pull
Goliath.
that down.
well, how far could they have gone? Bears! I'll make a perception check to see if I see them.
Okay.
I'll give you guidance.
Beef. Bears.
Oh,
Okay,
you,
I got a 16.
unfortunately, with the current conditions, you do not see the bears. They are gone. Long gone.
You can track them and wait, do we drink the potions or do they drink the potions?
Oh, I think if you just, sorry, I didn't have this prepared. So if you just Google potion of animal friendship, it'll probably tell you. Here, I found it. I'll post it in the Discord. I don't even know what it does. I'll just post it. Okay, in the Discord. There. So that's. So looks like it. When you drink this potion, you cast the animal friendship spell for 1 hour. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. You cast the animal friendship spell. Yeah.
Well, maybe you could go track them and take it and get one at least back, and then we could hold it back with some assistance from us. Also, does the main chick have any other things?
No, so most of the like the whistle and the potions and stuff, that's what you found on her.
Okay.
All right.
I want to blow the whistle.
Okay, you blow the whistle. It's a bone whistle, if I didn't say that. It makes noise like a whistle, but nothing magical, or at least that you can decipher.
Well, it's neat anyways.
Yeah, it's a bone. It's a whistle. Maybe you'll need it. I don't know. I don't know if actually, you know what? Maybe if someone gets lost in a blizzard and they have a whistle, it might help you to find them.
That's a good idea.
So someone should have a whistle that might get lost.
Or maybe someone who has a whistle who's good at finding people. Or if she's going to go look for bears. I'm electing.
Someone feels real bad about losing the
I feel
bears.
awful. I'll be the first to say it. I'll give up my share of the copper pieces if that makes people happy.
Would I do a perception check?
I mean, you can track. Like you can
Can I
track
just like
creatures.
start tracking them?
Yes, so you can go ahead and make a survival check. Oof.
Oh.
Oh,
Well,
they're gone.
You
Well-
track them for a couple hours.
You have your bardic inspiration.
Oh, I have my bardic inspiration.
So you can add a d6 if you want.
Here, I got you. So an 11 total.
Even though you're inspired, it
No.
doesn't matter. And you, after 2 hours, have decided that the bears are now lost. And because you took so long sort of like tracking everything, everyone needs to make another frost check. It's cold. So just give a constitution save and give advantage to the Goliath, Eris.
And then add 5 to yours.
To mine?
To everybody's.
Oh, definitely.
Ooh, okay.
So I'm up to 9.
So
And I'm at
Snorri. Oh, okay. So Snorri, you're not feeling so good, man. you gain 1 level of exhaustion.
Ooh, shit.
What does level 1 exhaustion do? I don't even remember. It's not that bad. Sorry. Where's exhaustion? Oh, they don't have exhaustion? It's like a whole thing. Where is it?
It's under the little cog. You have to turn on exhaustion tracking.
Oh, I just don't know what it does. Disadvantage on abilities? Is that what it does?
Yeah, it's not great.
And then you are also, this is a separate thing, but you're also level 1 of, there's some different other conditions here. Let me pull up this document. 1 second. Survival house rules. Okay. So let's see. Would you be item durability? That's not what we want. Sorry guys, 1 second. I just read this a few days ago and I totally. Oh yeah, hypothermia. Okay. So you're level 1 that. In addition, you can't use your reaction, which is like an action that everyone gets 1 reaction per turn essentially. So you can't use your reaction, and you have disadvantage on initiative checks. So
You cold.
you're just cold. Yeah.
Well, while she was gone, we could have. I'll take a short rest, and I'll try and
Okay.
figure out a way to. Yeah, I guess short rest.
Chasey, do you want to explain while I go to the bathroom? Do you want to explain short resting and how that works to
Yeah.
our new peeps? Cool.
First, you burp. So the way that short rests work is it's an hour that you basically just do light activity. And what you can do is some classes allow the restoration of abilities, like you regain a number of things on a short rest. You'll notice that a lot of them say short or long or just long rest. And what you can do is you can expend what's called a hit dice. So on your character sheet, there's an armor class, initiative, your hit points, temporary, and then beneath that, you'll see a hit dice. That's how many hit dice you can expend on a short rest, and you heal a number of hit points equal to that dice. So basically, I'm a bard. I have a d8. I roll a d8. I heal 5 hit points. But I can only spend 1 hit dice because I'm level 1. You gain an additional hit dice at every level. I don't think either of you recover any abilities on a short rest.
No, I don't.
Pretty sure I don't. So I would have a D10, is what it says on my sheet. I don't know if I would.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
All right. Have we short rested?
Yes.
Those that want to short rest? Cool.
And then I'll make a check to try and figure out a way for us to haul the thing back.
Sure. Why don't you give me an insight check?
I'll give you guidance for that.
So I got a 18.
Oh, well, you can surmise that with all of you and maybe tying the Goliath in the harness in the front, all of you pushing, you could move the sled, but it will go considerably slower than if you had something hauling it.
God damn it. My bad. I'm an idiot. I'll be the first to admit it.
So you can move the sled. That you can move it. It's just you're gonna have to push it. It's heavy. I mean, the thing weighs 600 plus pounds. More than
Okay.
that. The 600 pounds is just the iron ingots, and then there's the sled, and some of the other stuff. So yeah. So I'm just gonna rule that you can move it. You have to push it through the frozen tundra. Let's do a skill challenge with using athletics. So let's see, pushing a sled isn't very fun. So I'll say, let's just say 4 successes before 3 failures. Okay. The DC.
As we harness,
Go ahead.
sorry.
No, go ahead.
As we harness up the Goliath, I smack his ass and say, "You got this, big boy." And I'll use my last inspiration on him.
Oh, nice. So you can also use your inspiration on other people to give them advantage. But Chase, remember in our campaign, you can use your inspiration after you've rolled.
Yes.
So you could wait till if the Goliath rolls bad, and you could be like, oh no.
Okay, that's fair.
Can I just hit up everyone with guidance for
Wait.
this?
No. Sorry, that wasn't right. So
Yeah, because I have to inspire and then they can expend it.
Yes. Yourself, though, you can re-roll for yourself using an inspiration. Sorry, that's confusing. Ugh. Okay, so you're giving inspiration advantage for the Goliath. So go ahead, everyone, and give me a roll, please, for athletics. Your DC is going to be 15, which is kind of.
I do have powerful build. Like, I don't know how that really weighs in. But,
what does that do?
You count one size larger when determining your carry capacity and the weight you can push, drag, or lift.
Okay, so that would mean you are a large creature, effectively. So let me.
Yeah.
It's the size of a bear.
How much?
Polar bear.
Let's just say a bear. Is everyone cool with that?
So he counts as one of the
We
polar
got a
bears.
bear back.
We have a bear bag. Okay. So then maybe when the Goliath gets a success, it'll count as 2 successes.
Well, he succeeded for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I inspired him.
Oh shit. Okay. So Goliath got 2. You all are already at 3 fails though. So if you get what did I say? Did I say 4 before 3? Oh.
I don't recall legitimately.
Yeah, I don't either.
Okay, well I'll give you 1 more fail. If you get 1 more fail, then you're done. So you can choose whoever wants to go. You might just want to have the Goliath go.
Yeah, how about Goliath? And roll. You might want to roll that inspiration.
Yep. I roll a d6? What do I do?
So on the left side is the arrow, and there's like the paintbrush. Then the second from the bottom, there's like a prism looking thing.
Right.
If you click on that, go over, then you can see there's a D whatever. Just click the D6.
Right.
And just.
So that's a 17 total.
Just barely.
Yeah.
Okay. So you haul it through the through everything, which is good because you make good time, because as you know, the tundras aren't very safe. And it takes you, we'll say it takes you 5 hours. Thankfully, nothing happens to get in your way out in the tundra. And you pull the sled back to Brinjander, to the amazement of the of Beeman Joshka, because people have been alerted as you're dragging this enormous sled through the snow, and I assume you bring it back to the shop, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Just checking. And Beeman comes out after hearing the commotion. You can hear some people talking and sort of getting excited about what you've done. And he comes out and he says, oh my, well, I certainly wasn't expecting you to succeed so quickly. And he says, oh, I think everything's here. Oh my. Oh my. Wow. Thank you so much. I can send these off to smelting in the morning. Oh, you've saved my business. I would love to go to the tavern and have a glorious meal. And he starts unloading everything, him and his sister and the other dwarven lady. And he says, well, while you're staying in Bryn Shander, you can get 10% off at my store. Oh, and he says, by the way, that's right. And he comes out with a big pile of gold. And he says, that is all yours. So y'all gain 200 gold pieces.
Okay.
So
that's-
effectively 50 each.
Yeah.
And he smiles and he says, and don't worry about repaying me. This is repayment enough.
Yes, as you can see, I added a couple of scimitars as well. Probably smelt those down, give yourself an extra piece of coin.
He says, sure.
Very kind of you, but
Oh.
I think given that you said your business would be under, I think 10% discount is a little light. Don't you agree?
He
I
cocks
think
his
maybe
head.
something
Make
closer to
okay.
closer to 25%, maybe a little more in line.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm going to give him guidance for this.
Oh shit! I'm not roll 20.
Okay, well, an unnatural 20.
Oh. He thinks about it and he says, well, you do have a point. I suppose me and my business and my entire livelihood would be gone. I couldn't eat delicious walrus steak anymore.
You'd be hard-pressed to keep this roof over your head at that point.
Oh, where would I be? I'd be lost in the street, like some poor, shriveled, homeless person. Oh, well, I suppose you've done a lot for me. I suppose you're right. 25% discount, but only for the next 3 days. Then after that, it's 10%. How does that sound to you?
Next week, and we'll call it good.
He says, oh, all right, whatever. Wow, good job, Chase.
Nice.
Yeah,
I do what I can.
that was good.
Except for the bears.
Good thing you got
Now
a
go get
20.
yourself
It might have been
nice warm
bad
meal
if-
at the tavern.
except for the bears.
I feel like I've made up for myself. I apologize. I'll be the first to admit I fucked up. I was in the wrong.
You did a good deed.
I did my darndest.
Okay.
I don't like seeing creatures bound like that. It's cruel and unusual.
And then you can hear sort of people whispering, like, you know, sort of muttering to themselves. And you can see sort of walking down the street, you can see some, you know, the three familiar silhouettes that walked into the tavern. And you can see your friend Icarus and his drow elf girl and his halfling. And he says, my, I didn't think you'd actually survive. and Salas, he sort of thwaps your shoulder. He kind of does like a that thing to you. And he says, looks like you're tougher than I thought. To all of you. Like, he's like addressing all of you.
See? That's what you get for underestimating us. Maybe next time you'll have a little more confidence.
And he cocks his head and he says, I have plenty of confidence. All the confidence I need.
That's certainly the case, isn't it?
All the confidence in the
look at the
world.
little halfling and I give him a little wink.
and then he says, well, I suppose I better introduce you at some point to the Speaker of the House. Keep my end of the bargain, as it were.
I appreciate that. Least you could do, you motherfucker.
And he says, tomorrow morning, wake up at sunrise. Meet me out here.
Fair enough. We'll see you then.
He walks away, and as he walks away, you can see the dark elf girl. She glares at Silas and Zafira. She just glares with an intense glare as she turns around.
I give her a wink too.
She doesn't smile. Her face remains unchanged. She just looks really intense at all of you and just turns around and walks.
She likes me. She wants me.
And
She thinks I'm hot.
then the halfling smiles and kind of curtsies and walks away with them.
I tip my hat a little bit. I appreciate the courtesy.
All right. So what do y'all want to do?
I'm gonna rob the shop of everything that they have.
Kelly?
No, I'm not going to. But
What are crampons?
crampons? Yeah, when you say it like that, it is kind of funny.
I wonder if crampons came before the word tampons, because I don't think anyone would be like, oh yeah, a word that sounds like tampon. Let's create that.
I have a feeling that crampons did very much exist, probably for a couple hundred years.
Probably before tampons. Yeah.
Yeah.
So y'all have 50 gold, and you get 25% off in the store. Rounded down. So if there's anything that you would like to buy,
We need more gold.
you need more gold. Well, there was another quest involving the murderer that offered gold. That offered actually twice as much gold as this one.
So that'd be 400 gold, I suppose. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I want it all, please.
You want what?
I want it all.
You want it all.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Sure.
Okay, I will too. I gotta use the restroom.
So you have. Oh, also, by the way, Chase and Emily, I need you to roll a d6 since you did go prone while wearing snowshoes. So roll a d6. If you roll a 1 or a 2, your snowshoes have broken. So each of you, please roll a d6 for me. Oh,
Shit. Broke.
both of your snowshoes broke.
Mine broke.
Yeah.
Let's see. Emily's are okay.
A D6?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh no!
Uh.
No! Oh, hers are broken too. You might just have to buy some
Aw.
cheap snowshoes to get by in the meantime.
good. Yeah.
You know, because if you want to buy other stuff and take advantage
Yeah.
of the discount. Cool. Does anyone want to buy anything right now? You don't have to. I'm just wondering if anyone wants to. So y'all have roughly like 50-ish gold. So if you
Yeah.
get 25, so if you get 25%, I suppose it depends on what you want to buy. Yeah.
Okay, so question about the insulation.
Yeah.
Is it 20 additional gold or is it 10 additional gold to get it added?
So correct. So it would be 20 gold to add that on
Gotcha.
top of, yeah. So it's like, but you have to have the cold winter clothes before you can get the fur lining.
Okay.
Or the blubber insulation. So either one, you have to have a cold. You have to have a coat before you can insulate it, basically. So yeah,
Suppose
I
that
don't know
makes
why the
sense.
insulation's more expensive, but it is. So I didn't create this thing. Someone else did. So it's just more
Okay.
expensive. I don't know why. I suppose it's fur lining. That kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, and blubber and stuff.
So then it
Okay.
would be 15 gold for
Yes.
us.
15 gold if you want to do that, and then you get plus 10 on your frost checks.
I think I'm gonna do that.
Same.
Okay.
Gonna get this.
Oh, yeah.
So fur lined.
Are you gonna get snowshoes too?
Yeah, I'm gonna buy a new pair of snowshoes. I'm
Do
so
you want-
excited.
Do you want the shoddy ones, or do you want the normal ones?
I'll take the good ones,
Good ones? Okay.
which are how much? 15 minus. So 11? Glad I'm
Okay.
working through all my money.
We'll do the same.
Okay. And then you as some of the people are watching you, you can see your old granny friend. Come on, she says, "Oh my, look at you. Wow. I didn't think you'd actually do it."
What can I say? You're tougher than we look.
I'm really glad you did there, dear. I'm really glad.
Me too. And it's good to see you as well. How have you been in the last...
Oh, I've been really nice. I've been sipping my tea, looking out my window, loving the view. So
don't
I just
know.
wanted to talk to you all really quick. Do you think that you might be interested in going and checking out this potential murderer? I'm a little bit scared to come out at night and I don't know, look at the stars.
There's so much to do here. The nightlife is on fleek.
You read my mind, Chase.
We're gonna go to the one tavern and get lit. Just to clarify,
Yeah.
the lady that we're meeting tomorrow, is she the one who's like kind of behind them?
She's the speaker of the house. She's like the mayor, effectively.
Gotcha. So we still need to investigate. She's not necessarily tied, but she's the one who gave us or sent out the letter, right?
She sent out the letter. The letter was a little inconspicuous. It was basically like, Oral the Frostmaiden is harming us, help us, basically. And it was just like, we'll pay you and we won't discriminate. Like that's basically, it was a little vague. But then you were just told to meet this Icarus Vane guy. Like he was like your person. So he was your quest giver, effectively.
Okay. So then, I mean, we need gold because we gotta want to buy everything.
I want to buy everything.
Okay. Then
go ahead.
Do people want to start investigating? Because the guy, the dwarf was murdered here, right? In this town, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Do
Yeah.
people want to start investigating?
I'll just say that I don't have a ton more time. Like I was hoping
Sure.
for a longer session, but
Yeah, it's all good.
not
We're
that we have to-
gonna
oh,
wrap
yeah.
up soonish, but
Sure.
like whenever you have to go, just bounce. It's fine.
What time of day is it?
Well, there's no light here, so it's it's not twilight because twilight is between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. So it's the dark time. We'll just say
It's the other 5/6 of the
They're
time.
20 hours of the day.
it's the other 5/6 of the time. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I don't know what time of day it is. So maybe we could,
Because I think we should talk to them. Because we're going to investigate the murders.
yeah. So maybe we go to the place.
Like the family, go talk to the.
Yeah, maybe we go in and. How would everyone feel about young lady? As I gesture.
Oh yes, dear. What?
I think we have a little bit more time. We're actually meeting with the speaker of the house tomorrow morning.
Oh, Duvessa, she's a gem. A
Yeah,
real
so-
gem.
Hopefully we can get some additional information from her then, but also
Ooh, probably not. She's a little tight-lipped, though, even though she's quite polite. She always says what she is told to say, if you know what I mean, my dear. Mhm.
it's unfortunate because we could definitely use a little more information.
Well, dear,
Um,
remember, I told you to not involve the authorities, and she could potentially be an authority, dear. This is on an as-needed basis to know. So, I think you might wind us all up in some trouble if you bring this up with her.
That's a very good point. I forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me.
Yes,
I don't have the
dear,
greatest
of
memory
course,
sometimes.
Of course. So just between you and me, dear. Just between you and me.
Fair enough. Well, say, do you know where the family lives, or the home
the
where he was
family.
murdered?
Ooh, I suppose it's up in the north. Look, it's near the top of Brinchander. You can find the family outside their house usually at night, praying to Moradin for their loss.
Hey, isn't that your god, Snorri?
Ooh,
Yes.
that's right. It is. Oh yes.
Maybe
I
we pay
forgot
them a
about
visit.
that. Oh yes, Moradin. Such a lovely god. Lovely god. Yes, but remember, I've got quite the coin to pay you. You know, I might be just a wee granny, but I've got a lot of money.
Well, that's encouraging. I mean, we might be a little more incentivized to do a little more research if we say we're to get a little more coin.
She says, "Well, am I
Strong
not
arm,
already
old
giving?"
lady.
She says, "Well, am I not already giving you enough, though? It's quite a lot.
Well, I
Giving
mean,
you 100 gold pieces apiece. That's quite a lot, I would say."
it is to some folk, but see, the thing is
Ooh.
if you've got these deep coffers that you say you have,
Oh, I do.
if we're doing all the work, wouldn't it? And we're bringing resolve to this family who's in hurt, and we're bringing comfort to you, so you can come out and see the beautiful nightlife in the city.
Okay.
I think it's only fair that we negotiate a little higher on some of this.
Okay. Make a persuasion check.
I'm a real asshole, aren't I?
I'm going to use guidance.
Oh God. You guys are milking it.
Okay, so a 12, not the best.
She says, "Dear, I've been quite generous with you, and I would really wish if you don't push me in the future. I like to think that you're a good lad, but should I think that you're starting to swindle me, you don't want to get on Granny's bad side, dear."
I don't. That was interesting.
Ominous.
Ominous. Ominous.
I'm both concerned and intrigued, if I'm going to be quite honest with you.
She says, "I'm used to that, dear."
So I guess 100 will do for now. Maybe we can negotiate if additional steps are needed, but we'll start investigating with
Oh,
the
I
current
suppose
arrangement.
there, dear. I suppose.
So we'll go check out the house. I think seems like a good place to start. Can we find you at the tavern if we need more assistance?
Oh, well, dear, do you see that plume of smoke rising up over there? It's a steady stream of smoke. Has kind of a yellowish, brownish, sort of olive tint to it. Well, that's me house. Just find me there. The hearth is always warm, and there is always food, should you want to stay.
Very much appreciated. Thank you. All right, well, I think we best be off. So we'll leave.
Okay, so we'll leave.
Just in any
Okay.
direction.
So you travel. So you travel north, and you do see two dwarves. You see like a younger female dwarf and like a middle-aged dwarf. They're out there praying, and they're doing some sort of chant. And Snorri, why don't you go ahead and give me a religion check? See if you can we'll give you advantage since potentially might be your god. Why don't you give me a religion check with advantage, just to see if you know what was going on there.
19.
Okay, so yes, they are definitely praying to Moradin. They're praying to Moradin for guidance to seek help for or justice. You can gather by what they're saying in Dwarvish. I assume you can speak Dwarvish. That they're trying to gather this this information or be led basically, and have it resolved. And sort of they sort of see you as they're praying, and the male dwarf stands up and he says, "Hi there. What be your business with us?"
We came to investigate the murder of your kin.
And he looks down at the woman and he says, "Of me brother? Well," and he says, "I've not seen you around the town before. Be you new here?"
Aye.
"Well, okay. Well met." And he walks up to you. And he says, he says, "My name is Hlin."
Snorri.
"Hello, Snorri. You wish to help out of the sake of your kin?"
Indeed.
"We could use it, Snorri. Someone murdered me brother. He was a glass blower. Didn't have any rifles with anyone. And 2 nights ago, we found him murdered. Throat slit. And then some strange shard of ice lying in his heart. Really
The
terrible."
ice melted, right?
Oh, that's a really good question.
There was a puddle of water in his heart.
Okay, I'm just gonna. Hopefully, it works out. No. In fact, it hasn't melted. And he nods to the woman, and after a minute or so, the woman comes back with this it looks like an ice knife, it's like a knife carved out of ice. And he says, "This was in his heart. I don't know. We've been praying, and maybe you're the answer to our prayers. I suppose."
If it's all right, can I take that?
He says, "I suppose you can." And he gives it to you. And he says, "Snorri, please, whatever you can do, whatever you can find. We do know that there was some shady person. I believe his name is... fuck, what's his name? I don't know. I remember his name. Fuck.
Vane?
No.
Or Sepig.
Yeah, whatever that guy is.
So the guy with
sorry.
the ice sword.
Oh, that's right. His name, Sefik Kaltro. He went, I believe some say that he went west. Some say that he went east. We don't know where he went, but he does carry an ice sword with him. If anyone, he must know something. Please, will you find him for me?"
I will.
"Thank you, Snorri." And he says, "May Morden's grace be with you, brother." And he shakes your hand. And he goes back to doing his ritual or praying or whatever.
Wait, pardon me, I don't mean to intrude, but is there anything of the crime scene that's left?
He says, "Well, I could take you there, but all that was Snorri's glass bubble that he was blowing." Sorry, I broke
My glass bubble.
his glass bubble. His glass bubble. He was blowing it. It broke. Stop it. But other than that, it was just his glass blower's pipe. But not really much other than that.
Well, I would appreciate it if you wouldn't mind. I'm sure it must be hard, but
I suppose.
maybe give us some help.
He says, "Right this way. It's just 2 blocks away." So he leads you to the shop, and basically, you can just see it's just a little shop. There's some glasses that look like they've been blown. So if you want, you can go ahead and make an investigation check.
Does it matter?
I mean, all of us can make.
Okay.
Yeah.
Investigate. Emily's really good at investigating.
Not super.
Oh, that's right, because she's kind of sneaky, right? Okay.
Emily's got a 11.
Yep.
Chris
I got 11.
Ugh. Well, unfortunately, you find nothing that is of use. So you see exactly what what was his name?
Shuffling and Ding Dong.
The dwarf, whatever the dwarf told you.
Sheen.
Sheen, thank you. Sheen. You just see that.
Schleem.
Yeah, you just see what he said. So that's about all you see.
Yeah, Dwarfman. May we see the knife? Maybe we can gather
Investigate?
something from that.
I keep doing that.
Investigate. God damn it! Investigate better. I'll take a look because 2 4s.
I was gonna say, can I use my smith's tools or anything to really take a good look at the knife and see
Sure.
just how it was made?
I mean, you can make an Arcana check with disadvantage.
All right.
What about identify?
You could also cast Identify.
Sure. Yeah, let's use Identify. Do this way
is
easier.
Probably but yeah.
So I'm gonna use Healing Word on you because you're at low health.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
Okay, so
you
you're casting Identify.
Damage. Good.
So this knife is a dagger of icy burst, which I'll put in the description after our session.
What is that?
Basically, actually it's not icy burst. It's the one that only happens on a critical. I forget what it's called. We'll just call it iciness.
I thought that was Icy Burst.
Yeah.
It is icy burst.
Well, but icy burst is something different that I've done in this thing. So it just does extra damage on a critical, basically. It does extra.
It's just an ice dagger that does extra damage on crit.
It does plus 1d10 damage on a crit in addition to the double damage. So
The slightly icier ice dagger.
yeah, the slightly icier ice dagger. Anyways, but indeed, this dagger did belong to the human that is named Cephik Keltro, in which how much do I let you know if I identify? Yeah, that might ruin the quest. So it did belong with him, and he was the last person that owned it, or that like it was in his possession for a good amount of time before this. So that's all. That's what you know.
It sounds like he's our top suspect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, they said he headed west. Is that correct?
And also said possibly east.
I don't understand the directions of this land. Are they different from where I'm from?
West and possibly east. Basically, people are saying different stories about where they saw him go. So it's like something's not adding up. One thing that is interesting, and maybe I'll let the Goliath make a knowledge check on this, is that the merchant company that this guy works for, Cephik Cultro, is in one of these towns somewhere. And like that like the merchant company is in one of these towns. So Ben, you want to make a knowledge check for me?
Would it just be an intelligence roll?
It's a skill. Knowledge is a skill, right? Isn't it?
Knowledge history?
Yeah, knowledge history, yeah.
So just history? Or
Yeah, just click the history, yeah.
Right.
I'll just
Oh,
quick give you insight for the one extra point.
Oh, 1 extra point. Okay. Well, let's see where it is, because they leave it up to be random, which I kind of like. So you'd actually, the more you think about it, here's where you think it might be. This doesn't mean it is here. You're not 100% sure. But you think you've heard some things in the town of Goodmead that seem
Like
to
that
fall,
name.
Goodmead, that seem to kind of fall in alignment with sort of merchant, trading, company, this, that, and the other thing. So out of all the towns that you know of, Edis, you think that is the most likely one. That would harbor a like merchant trading company, basically. That from what you've heard, you've never been there, but you've only been to the Dugan's Hole.
Right.
So
It's home!
so yes, you're pretty sure that the Goodmead is you're fairly confident that Goodmead would be the best place for that, given everything.
Oh, it's actually pretty close to Dugan's Hole.
Yeah.
Oh, they share the
Well.
same red waters.
I'll just go ahead and share that information with the group.
Sure. So when Icarus told you tomorrow morning, he meant like tomorrow at like 2 p.m. So you have a lot of time actually. It's basically, it's like 5 p.m. now or 6 p.m. So it's just the sun's just setting effectively. So you have a ton of time if you want to explore the 10 towns before you would meet up with this speaker of the house, basically.
Do we want to investigate Goodmead?
Is it actually that close? How long would it take to get there?
Yeah.
When you ask around town roughly, hey, how long does it take to get to Goodmead? You get the answer. It has things for this for every town. It's going to take you roughly about 6 hours one way. Actually, no, that's without snowshoes. So if everyone has snowshoes, then it would take you 4 hours.
So then we could investigate around in the morning?
Yeah, you could basically, go there, do stuff, and then you could come back to Bryn Shander before meeting with the person.
Speaker of the house.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, I'm not entirely sold on the idea of speaking with this speaker, but
Arcu
mean-
does not too.
I don't know if I necessarily disagree, but knowing the way that politics are, I don't think it would be a good idea for us to blow her off. Maybe we go and meet with whatever his name is, Ashad, Icarus. We talked to him about maybe pushing it out a day. Thoughts?
sure. It seems like we'll need some time.
I'm curious as to what she may have to offer, though.
Doesn't sound like much.
Well,
Okay.
someone in her position probably knows more than we think. So maybe we request an audience in the next day. Push it out a day?
Maybe we follow the schedule and stay here and investigate afterwards. If, depending on what she says, we might change our minds.
Fair enough. I do feel for these dwarves. What do you think, Snorri and Zafira?
No matter what we do, we're still in a very weird position. Because if we travel, we do a little bit of investigating, and if we have to chase this man down, our time schedule is ruined. But
Ding,
if
ding.
we keep with our current plan, meet with this speaker, the time it will take in the day, half a day wasted, someone else could die.
That's a good point.
So do we gamble on the idea of another person having their life taken, or potentially gaining more valuable information we can leverage?
The dwarf brings up a good point. I personally say we go and investigate.
I agree.
I'll agree.
I guess we travel then.
Or should we
Okay.
talk to
Okay.
her about postponing?
I think our best option, realistically, would be to at least travel, get some information, and come back.
Fair enough. All right, then I suppose we best be off. Maybe grab a meal quick and hit the road.
Agree.
Indeed.
All right, we'll
Okay.
grab a meal, a quick eat.
So you can,
Oh.
if you want to have another short rest, you can, because long resting takes 8 hours. So you unfortunately will not be able to long rest.
I don't think anyone would benefit from a short rest except for Emily because we've already expended hit dice.
So yeah, so just F tier Y. You wouldn't be long resting. You'd just be
For
like,
Y to my F, but
it's okay, cool. Yeah. Do you want to go and get some food or something at the tavern?
sure.
Okay. So basically, it's, I don't know. I'll just throw out an arbitrary number. It's 3 gold if you want to be able to roll for inspiration, but you don't really. I don't know if anyone even used it yet. So.
I don't think we have.
Yeah. So you probably But okay.
We
But you-
could visit that old dwarf woman. She did say we could get food.
True.
I mean, there would be no benefit because none of us have used our inspiration yet.
True.
Yeah.
So I'd say we just eat quick.
Yeah,
And then-
do a quick eat. Nom, nom, nom. Okay. So then also Snorri, you're still a little, hypothermic, but like you're not that bad.
Shit.
All right. So you're wandering, you're heading, I suppose, east, right, towards Goodmead, on the path. You're walking. Everyone has snowshoes, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
cool. Everyone has snowshoes. You're walking. It's dark. Why doesn't everyone give me a perception check, please?
Arid, I'm going to quick use guidance on you.
All right.
Well, you get an extra 1.
Okay, so Silas and Snorri, you can see this large sort of hulking shape stalking the party, and as it comes into view, you can see this snarling, large white cat with his large teeth. In fact, the same head of the cat, well, not the same head, but same species of the cat that you saw the head of at the tavern. And it runs towards you, snarling and hungry, and that is where we'll end our adventure.
Drink a potion of animal friendship.
So,
That's exactly what I was thinking.
So just so we know, Silas and Snorri, you will not be surprised at the start of next session. The other two people will be surprised, and you can't act the first round. Cool, and also fun. Y'all are also level 2.
Oh, fuck yeah!
So you get to gain a level. So if you want to do that now or roll your hit points whenever, that's totally fine. But you're going to be level 2, so you have some more hit points. You can choose to roll your hit points with whatever your hit dice is, or you can choose to take the median, which is 1 plus half. So if let's say you have a D10, so the median would be 6, because half of 10 is 5, so the median would be 6. So you can also just choose to take the median if you don't want to chance getting a low roll. But you can, if you roll a 1, I will let you re-roll your dice once and then take the next result, as long as it's not a 1.
Appreciate it.
So you'll never get just 1 hit point for a level. You'll always gain stuff. So yeah.
Perfect.